It's gonna be nuts. 3 championship belts on the line, and champions will be crowned.
This is the first man Dana White saw the inspired power slap.
Oh, Dumpling, my God!
But the Hawaiian Hitman is gonna try and get revenge for his brother. The King is back. The very first champion in 2 different divisions.
The light heavyweight title is on the line. Toughness is going to be the difference.
Expect a very explosive matchup.
They have some things to prove. The biggest stars in Power Slap.
Oh, and that's it.
Coming to you from the beautiful Fountain Blue Las Vegas, where history will be made.
International Fight Week.
It's gonna be nuts. 3 championship belts on the line, and champions will be crowned.
This is the first man Dana White saw the inspired power slap.
Oh, Dumpling, my God!
But the Hawaiian Hitman is gonna try and get revenge for his brother. The King is back. The very first champion in 2 different divisions.
The light heavyweight title is on the line. Toughness is going to be the difference.
Expect a very explosive matchup.
They have some things to prove. The biggest stars in Power Slap.
Oh, and that's it.
Coming to you from the beautiful Fountain Blue Las Vegas, where history will be made.
My welterweight reign tonight starts off with a banger, with a knockout, and it's just every single person that they put in front of me is just gonna get knocked out. I have no doubt in my ability to be able to do that in this division.
I'm ready to do some damage to Azael tonight. I'm ready to really lay it on him. I'm gonna let him rip. This time I'm not holding back. He's gonna feel it.
I always go in confident. As soon as I look at that guy, once I look at you in the eyes, I can tell, I see the fear. So I always go in confident because I know I got the power to take anybody on. It doesn't matter.
I'll be leaving the Fountain Blue with the belt wrapped around my waist. I'll do whatever it takes to get that win. I don't have no intentions on losing.
I'll make the biggest and the baddest statement that God is willing to provide for me. And God willing, and I'm gonna bust his whole face.
Посмотрим, насколько мы крепко мне челюсть. Я всем говорю, что в этом виде спорта не важно, как ты бьешь, а как ты держишь удар.
Ladies and gentlemen, the power is on. The best cards in Power Slap history, and it's all going down right now. V-Chain, Power Slap 13, Dumpling, first Hawaiian Hitman is presented by Monster Energy, Unleash the Beast, and these matchups really do get better every event. Tonight is no different with 3 title fights and a title eliminator bout on the most stacked main card the sport has ever seen. Welcome inside the lovely Fontainebleau Hotel, Las Vegas, alongside the Hall of Famer Michael Bisping. I'm Dan Hellie, and we do have a lot of new names debuting on this card, but it's about the name brands.
Yes.
The ones who are trying to defend their titles here tonight.
The people that helped build this sport into the phenomenon which it is today. The place is just filling up now. Of course, we've got all the fan favorites. We've got the Dumpling, we've got the Hawaiian Hitman. We have 3 title fights in total and a stacked night of action.
And the one this is all built around, of course, our super heavyweight main event. Let's take a look at these super heavyweight rankings brought to you by Dios Azul, the official tequila partner of Power Slap. The champion, of course, the man from Russia. His name is Dumpling. He took the title from the Crazy Hawaiian. Now he faces the Crazy Hawaiian's little brother. You know who I'm talking about. Yes, you do. The Hawaiian Hitman is here looking for a title shot, but Dumpling is no joke. This is his 3rd title match already.
We knew that Dumpling was going to do big things ever since he signed with Power Slap. He was one of the reasons that Dana White decided to get into this sport. 12 victories all over the world, and of course now the man is the super heavyweight champion. Took the belt of the Crazy Hawaiian and did it in style, did it in Saudi Arabia, and the man's only getting better. He's getting bigger, he's getting stronger. Comes from a farm, never used to train. Now he's pushing weights, he's lifting, he's squatting, he's getting even better.
As for the Hawaiian Hitman, this is his first title match after that win over Dennis Vildanov back in January.
Yeah, but listen, when he made his debut on Power Slap, he knocked out Slap for cash, and we knew right then and there that this man was something special. Last time out, knocked out Dennis Vildanov, as you said, incredibly disgusting knockout power, and of course, he wants revenge for his brother. We see the Dumpling there, dressed in custom suits these days. The man has changed, the man has grown into being a champion.
Who thought we'd see the farmer from Serbia in custom suits? He is a rising star in Serbia. As for our co-main event, it's Wolverine, the promotion's first 2-division champion, taking on the hard-hitting Russell Rivera.
Yeah, listen, the Wolverine, the 2-weight division champion. Of course, he retired last time out, but it was a very short-lived retirement. Last time we saw him, he knocked out Vern Cathy and just reminded the world what he is capable of. But this is going to be a very difficult matchup. We see it there. The power of Russell Rivera. He really is built differently. Any match he's in, he either gets knocked out or he knocks people out themselves. This is absolutely guaranteed to be an explosive matchup.
This is power on power. Nobody has been better than Wolverine, the first two-division champion. But man, does Russell Rivero hit hard. Let's take a look at the main card, brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of Power Slap. Former welterweight champions matched up in Emmanuel Muniz and KO Chris Thomas. They're going to open the card up. Both of them chasing Anthony Babyface Blackburn, who defends his title for the second time against Asiel Rodriguez. It's in the co-main. It is Wolverine coming out of that early retirement to take on Russell Rivero. And our main event, of course, the Russian sensation Dumpling taking on the Hawaiian Hitman for the super heavyweight title. With that, we bring in the third member of our team, Charlie Arnold, who has more on our third title match of the evening.
Dan, thank you so much. You know, first and foremost, let's wish a happy anniversary to Anthony Blackburn. Exactly 1 year ago, he captured the welterweight championship, now entering his second title defense with an undefeated 5-0-1 record. Now, despite this streak, Babyface says confidence is something he has always struggled with in the past. So leading up to this bout, for the past few months, working with his coaches to get those levels of confidence skyrocketing. He says finally, he feels like his head has just as much power as his hand. Something else Babyface has been working on in camp is his neck strength. He says when he has that full pump on, his neck measures at 18 inches. Guys, you realize that is a big neck. Finally, the champ says something he is really stoked about. Next month in New Orleans at Power Slap 14, he will finally have an opportunity to expand his role in Power Slap, that being as a coach. But obviously, he can't look past the test he has ahead of him tonight. He says all he has on his mind, he wants to retain his title and do it in a vicious fashion, that of course being with a knockout. Though Asiel Rodriguez says that is not the way he plans on ringing in this new chapter at 170. El Perro says actually we have never quite seen the amount of power that he is capable of, because he says in the past he's always been a little bit self-conscious of fouling, but he says tonight is not the time to hold back and not to play it safe in any regard. He is ready to seize the opportunity and become a champion. Dan, back to you.
All right, Charlie, thank you very much. As we take a look at the four fights in the prelims, light heavyweights Luke Simons and Alan Klingbeil get us going. Michael Michelle Brown taking on the Canadian Ellie Dempster, who's making her debut. Kazakhstan Zakir Naimanbayev tries to keep his perfect record intact against the undefeated Bryce Jones. And our featured prelim is the heavyweights James Siekman and Pono Powell. The rules of Power Slap are brought to you by Gorilla Elixir, the official alternative beverage of Power Slap. For the striker, they must use a flat, open hand to the cheek or a clubbing foul will be assessed. The feet have to be grounded, no pivoting or stepping. There has been an adjustment recently allowing for a minor heel lift. You must declare a hand and a number prior to the strike. For the defender, there is no chin tucking or flinching. Flinching is just massive. It's potentially a point deduction, and the striker goes again. The defender does receive 60 seconds to recover after each strike. 2 fouls get you DQ'd in the 3-round match, 3 fouls in a 5-round match, and you're out. The defender does get 2 minutes to recover after they've been fouled. Power Slap is using instant replay, and if there isn't a finish, we go to the judges' scorecards. Now, if the match ends in a draw, there will be one more match. The match will be scored solely on the additional sudden victory round. The winner of the extra round is the winner of the match. If that round ends in a tie, then the match does go in the books as a draw. These Power Slap stats are brought to you by 500 Casino. The odds just got real by the world's best crypto casino, 500 Casino. Here are the numbers. Through 249 Power Slap matches, the winners of the coin toss have gone on to win 51% of the time. And a new rule to remind you of from earlier this year. If you miss weight or you DQ in your previous match, you automatically forfeit the coin toss. On deck for our first fight of the night is the man they call Kryptonian. Alan Klingbeil might look like the guy next door and the IT specialist he is, but the 33-year-old from San Antonio is a different dude when he steps on stage. Not going to be an easy task against Luke Simons, the Georgia native also making his home in Texas these days, and the former bodybuilder hasn't lost yet in Power Slap, coming in with a perfect 4-0 record. For the first time tonight, we put the Power Slap table to work. These odds are presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. It is the undefeated Luke Simons who comes in as the slight -155 favorite. To stay undefeated on the Power Slap stage is no easy task, but Luke Simons has done just that since making his debut a little over a year ago. But looking to put a mark in that loss column is the battle-tested Alan Klingbeil. Unbeaten and closing in on a world title in a stacked light heavyweight division, Dallas's Luke Simons has stopped Timothy Thomas and Garrett Blakesley in his last 2 bouts. But to get closer to gold, he must settle some unfinished business with Alan Klingbeil, the man who pushed Simons to the limit before coming up on the short end of a split decision in May of last year. San Antonio's Klingbeil looks to even the score in this all-Texas clash and move back into the top 5 where Lethal Strike currently resides. Coming up next, Luke Lethal Strike Simons takes on Alan the Kryptonian Klingbeil. Just cool as a cucumber is Alan Klingbeil. We haven't seen him since May of 24. He's an IT specialist in the Air Force based in San Antonio. Been in the Air Force for 4 years. He's coming off a 3-month deployment in the Pacific. Couldn't tell us exactly where it was. Done a few acting gigs here and there, but he says he's been staying ready for Power Slap. He's always training.
Yeah, that's right. This man has been very successful in Power Slap. So far, he's got a record 4 wins, 1 loss, and of course, one of those losses were to his opponent tonight, Luke Simons. But he's not bothered about that. He's not intimidated about it. And we see him here walking on the stage, starting the air portion of the show tonight. Very, very confident. You said he's been a very, very busy man, of course, as you mentioned, in the Air Force. Spent 3 months in the Pacific. He's buying a house. He's training. He's acting. He's doing everything he can to make the most out of his life. And I just love talking to this guy. He's just a nice, very, very warm, charming young man.
This is the kind of guy, if you had a daughter and she brought him home, you'd be like, he's good, we're good.
I think my daughter's boyfriend would have something to say about it, but I get the point that you're making.
As would my daughter's boyfriend, the more I think about it. But I'm just saying, moms like him. Lethal Strike, Luke Simons, 28 years old, living in Dallas, Texas, coming in with that undefeated record. He's been told that he'll get a title shot with a win tonight. Says he's really focused on slapping. He's put all his energy into this. He's pushed all the cards in.
Yeah, Lethal Strike is on a absolute roll right now. Just like you said, right now, he's undefeated, 2 straight knockouts. He knows a championship opportunity is within his grasp, so he made the decision recently to quit his 9-to-5 so he could be all in on training. He and his girlfriend, they just recently moved. He says it's really been a blessing because their new building has a gym inside of it, which makes training way more convenient. And guys, I'm sure you already have, if you scroll through Simon's IG, fitness is life for this guy. So his next goal is to get his personal training certification so he can make even more money off of those muscles.
Yeah, well, listen, he's a lifelong athlete. Started off with wrestling, football, basketball, baseball, you name it, he's done it. And now here he is in Power Slap, and so far undefeated. 4 in a row, 2 knockouts in his last 2 wins on season 3, road to the title, and of course, as we said before, one of those over Alan Klingbeil. He truly feels he's going to go out here tonight, he's going to repeat the history on the last 2 knockouts, made that 3 knockouts in a row, and by the end of 2025, he really sees himself as a champion. Now on stage, these two are talking a fair bit of smack. Alan Klingbeil smacking the baton on the stage, Luke Simons lapping up the energy as well. This is going to be a great way to start the night.
This is a beautiful way to get the night started. Former bodybuilder getting the crowd going as we take a look at the tail of the tape. Klingbeil is 5 years older, ½ an inch taller, hand size exactly the same. And you can see Simons a -260 favorite. Some late movement on that line, tilting in Simons' favor. So some big money coming in on the undefeated Luke Simons. Let's send it to our Power Slap announcer, Justin Bernard, to get things going tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, the power is on! Welcome to V-Chain Power Slap 13, Dumpling versus the Hawaiian Hitman. Presented by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast. Live and free across the globe on YouTube. This match is 3 rounds in the Power Slap Light Heavyweight Division, presented by Power Slap Mobile. Download today on the App Store and Google Play. Introducing to you first in the blue corner. He stands 6 feet and 1/2 inches tall, weighing in at 199 pounds. Out of San Antonio, Texas. He is a number 6 ranked light heavyweight contender in the world. Alan, the Kryptonian Klingbeil. And in the red corner, he stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 204.5 pounds. Out of Dallas, Texas, he is a number 4 ranked light heavyweight contender in the world. Luke Lethal Strike Simons. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Kerry Hatley. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Luke Simons.
Tonight's Fighter Stats brought to you by 500 Casino. The odds just got real by the world's best crypto casino, 500 Casino. Just over 13% of Power Slap matches were victories by the coin toss winners in the first round. Essentially, first round, first slap knockouts.
All right, gentlemen, that's what you work for, man. Here we go.
And tonight, that honor goes to Luke Simons.
It still blows my mind that only 51% of the coin toss winners eventually win the match.
I mean, it's split. It's almost even. It's wild.
Right on one. Okay, right on one. You must
Simons
measure.
goes first.
You must measure.
Simons' last 2 matches, as I said on the walk,
on 1,
ended by KO. Gonna go on 1. Risky. Oh.
Stumbles him hard. Looks
bad
like a
flinch.
or a club.
But he was all over the place. Alan Klingbeil. It was a really bad flinch, potentially a club as well.
He got a clubbing foul, all right? He's going to have a foul.
So let's look here.
Relax. I told you you'd fucking club. I know. Come here. Stand over here.
Pussy! That's a flinch.
Stand over here.
Without a doubt.
Get over here. Just breathe. Relax.
I think they might flip this, Bisping.
All right? Breathe. Take your time. You're going to have an extra minute, all right?
I think they initially called a club, which is what Kerry Hatley is indicating, but
you're going to have an extra minute.
It's a little clubby. It's a little high towards the ear.
1 point red clubbing.
Called the club?
1 point red clubbing.
I mean, maybe a club, definitely a flinch. Alan Klingbeil took a good shot, definitely wobbled, but got away with that.
well, we've talked about it over and over, how big these penalties are. Well, if Klingbeil lands a clean shot, he wins this round 10-8.
We saw some disqualifications on the prelims. 2 fouls in a 3-round bout. You're out. And that's it. You're going home, baby.
I know. He does it. I know. But guess what? Right now you're winning.
And you're going home a loser, by the way.
Right? So, I look all right. Yeah, you look good. He just wobbled you, of course, because he fucking punched you. So just breathe.
Yeah.
He was wobbled significantly.
You got 40 seconds left.
So that's Isaiah Quinones. He's the blue corner coach telling Klingbeil to take his time. He's watching the clock. 36 seconds to go at this point. You do get 2 minutes after you've been fouled, and it is wise to take as much of that clock as you possibly can.
Take your time.
And of course, Quinones, the middleweight champ, taking up Brandon Bordeaux, the coach in the other corner. That's going down. Power Slap 14, New Orleans.
Yes, sir. So here's Klingbeil. Clean slap. He takes the round 10-8.
Right there. Good. Okay, blue, hand and count.
Right hand on 3.
Look at the left side of his face.
On 3. Right hand
like
on
a
3. You
tomato.
must measure. There's your measure.
So generally not as much power on Klingbeil, but look at this. Sits him down! Oh, just when I said it. They're telling him to stay still. Bordeaux's like, sit down, don't move. Is that I'm good, ref?
Holy cow. That's how you want to start tonight, Bisping.
Hey, fair play to Klingbeil. Gets clubbed, gets robbed, gets revenge.
We're going to put a good one on him right here, okay? You can finish him with a good shot. Okay?
good shot. Let's take a look at that again.
20 seconds, guys.
Closes the eyes. Boom! We're all the way through.
Bring it back just a little bit.
Simons goes
All
down.
right, here we go, Blue.
He was lucky as well. He hit the canvas hard. He's wobbling all over the place.
Okay, recover. The arms down.
Both of these men have been hurt now.
Okay, you got to be sure you hit with
Two huge blows, but it's Klingbeil, because of the clubbing penalty,
Okay, right hand on 3.
that will
Right hand
likely
on
take the
3.
first
You must
round.
measure. There's your measure.
Yes. Agreed.
1, 2.
Klingbeil eats it again. Luke thought he was going to drop him, and Klingbeil just eats it like it's a freaking snack cake.
And we always talk about the power being diminished after you take a big shot. Klingbeil just dropped him hard.
Let's go. Give me that
He
shit.
had a clean blow this time.
Look at this.
No controversy with that whatsoever. No flinching at all from Klingbeil. But he just took it like a
No,
champ.
you're good. You're nothing. You said it was
Here we go.
Nah.
But you just clinched.
He knocked him back a bit.
He knocked him back a bit. But
You got 20 seconds, all right? So go
I was
ahead.
saying, because it looked like
do the
from
same
that
exact
angle,
fucking hit you did last time.
little
Same
bit
one.
of a flinch. Both times.
It's right on the edge. It's right on the edge, and it's hard to tell in slow-mo.
Right there. Hold it right there. Okay, hand and count, Blue.
But they haven't called it yet.
Right hand on
And they
3.
do try and
Right hand
roll
on
with the
3.
shots, which
You
is a
must
very
measure.
risky maneuver, but so far he's getting away with it. All right,
There's your
Klingbeil,
measure.
he's back, round 2. And he didn't really get hurt that round.
1,
He's fast.
2.
Oh! Go to sleep. Give him a pillow. That's it. He ain't undefeated anymore. Alan Klingbeil gets revenge.
The O has gone out the door for Luke Simons. Alan Klingbeil making a serious statement here tonight.
Stay here till you get your head on.
What a shot. And the crowd goes wild.
Tonight's Monster Knockouts brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast.
Well, that's exactly what Alan Klingbeil did. You could just tell by the way he was winding up and placing those shots that he was going to hit hard. Dropped him with the first one, and then with the second, that was it. That was a wrap. He was done. Klingbeil soaking up the moment, playing to the crowd. Luke Simons probably still doesn't know what day it is. Kind of caught himself as he went down. But yeah, he was out there.
Night, night.
You see the arm kind of frozen. Referee Kerry Hadley does the right thing, calls it straight off.
For those that put money on Alan Klingbeil, we talked about that line movement. It was crazy. Minus 155 to minus 260 for Luke Simons as the fans are going nuts.
Yeah. Wait for this. Look at her in the background. She fell out of her seat. Oh, it's great.
I don't think you can put into words how fun it is to actually be
I'm
here
telling
in
you,
person.
the atmosphere in here is electric.
Let's make it official with Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Kerry Hatley calls a stop to the match in round number 2, declaring the winner by knockout, Alan the Kryptonian Klingbeil.
I'm here with the winner, Alan Klingbeil. Alan, wow. Hell yeah.
I am number 1.
Listen, your actions already tell me exactly how you're feeling. How good did it feel to put on a clinic like that and make such a statement?
You know what? I've been waiting a whole year to prove whoever judged that last match as him winning, that they are out of their freaking minds. I am Superman in this ring. This is my ring. I am the light heavyweight champion of the world. As soon as you give me that match, I'll prove it. I've been waiting. Just give me that match.
Well, your opponent thought a championship opportunity would have been next for him if he would have won this. Obviously, that did not happen. You just ruined his undefeated streak. I heard you say you want Wolverine next. Do you feel like you are now deserving of facing the light heavyweight champion?
Well, again, I believe I won that last match against Luke. I think I would have had a championship match if it wasn't for some erroneous judge making a terrible call. by split decision, of course, because he didn't even move me out of the box. He's a wimp. He lifts his heels, he pivots, and he tucked his chin like this. I mean, come on, guys. You're going to give him a championship fight? No. This guy. I've been here since day one, mofos. I'm #1.
Alan, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by knockout, Alan Klingbeil.
I think Alan Klingbeil's been hanging around our pro wrestlers, and I like it. I like it. He's called for a title shot, gets the second knockout of his career. Take a listen to this.
2. And again.
Those two abs are just so nasty.
I love it.
And it was so clean from Klingbeil.
Just the way that he was winding back was so fast. You knew there was going to be tremendous power. Poor old Luke Simons, not his night tonight. Klingbeil is fired up. We've never seen him like this. And you can see, definitely put on a lot of muscle.
That he has, the IT specialist, not playing any games here tonight with win number 4 of his Power Slap career.
We are bringing Nitro Circus back down under. It's going to be one show.
We're producing 450 million tons plastic, and only 1% of plastic waste can be recycled. 16 billion paper cups annually, and it's coming from 6.5 million trees. Sustainability is a global decentralized challenge. Fractional and decentralized effort coming from everyone, every day, really matter.
We Better DAO is aiming for inclusive adoptions of better actions.
And we cannot be alone. We need more people to join us.
I'm calling for actions. Swap your tokens, vote for your favorite projects, build your external applications. We're gonna succeed together to make the world a better place.
How about these social numbers for Power Slap? 26 million social followers, over 16 billion views across all platforms. 15 videos have over 100 million views. A combined following of influencers attending events, over 3.3 billion. That is absolutely crazy. It is time for the ladies to take center stage in a battle of flyweights. These DraftKings Sportsbook odds. The crown is yours. Look like this, even Steven. It's a pick'em between Michael Michelle Brown and Ellie the Belly Dempster. Born and raised and fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Michael Michelle Brown will have the local crowd on her side as she makes her 3rd Power Slap appearance against promising Canadian newcomer Ellie Dempster. After fearlessly stepping up to the Power Slap stage to battle 2 UFC veterans in her first 2 bouts, Las Vegas' own Michael Michelle Brown quickly became a fan favorite and a serious contender after defeating Emily Whitmire and going 3 hard rounds with Paige Van Zandt. Tonight, Brown wants to cement her place in the flyweight title picture by defeating Ellie Dempster. A native of Kitchener, Ontario, Canada, Dempster now makes her home in Las Vegas, and the Muay Thai ace will get a home game in her Power Slap debut against one of the best in the business. Coming up next, Michael Michelle Brown squares off against Ellie Belly Dempster. Ellie Belly Dempster, 28 years old, living in Las Vegas, grew up in Canada. She has been in Las Vegas for less than a year after spending some time in Thailand, training in Muay Thai, working with children who are being sex trafficked. She has an extensive athletic background, played a little American football, some rugby, some Aussie rules football. She has been all over the place and done just about everything.
Yeah, to expand a little bit on the things you've said, Ellie Dempster really has no fear. She has always been a fan of aggressive sports, which is why she finds herself in power slap at this point in time. She played co-ed football when she was young, then she switched over to rugby in high school, going on to play in Australia, New Zealand, and for the Thai national team. And when she was in Thailand, Belly started training in Muay Thai, also started some very important work with an NGO, working with children who are at high risk for being sex trafficked, and then helping to educate them and find them homes. And Dempster really wants to use her power slap platform to further raise awareness for these at-risk kids.
Yeah, while she was there, she was teaching them Muay Thai or introducing them to Muay Thai, and then she realized, hold on a minute, I don't know how to defend myself. So she started training Thai boxing. Then she had some fights, had 14 fights whilst in Thailand, won 12 of them, had 9 knockouts, fought on karate combat as well. So this girl is just kind of rough and tough. She loves the action, she loves aggressive sports. She's played football, rugby, Australian football rules as well. Played for the Italian national team. A very good athlete.
A tremendous athlete, and Ellie Dempster is the official V-Chain slap fighter of the night, making her debut here in Las Vegas against a very familiar face. It is Las Vegas on Las Vegas. You don't get a chance to see this very often.
Take as long as you want. It's on your time.
She is a performer. She loves the spotlight. Her name is Michelle Brown. Her last fight against Paige Van Zandt went down in March of 2025. She lost, went the distance, a unanimous decision. She beat Emily Whitmire. So her first 2 matches were against former UFC fighters, and she's all in. Used to work as a waitress at the Durango, not anymore. Quit her job, signed a deal with a creator platform that's going to pay her more than she was making, and she has a manager. She is blowing up, Bisping.
She is absolutely loving this journey with power slap. It has completely transformed her life. You can see she's very marketable. She's a natural showman, and as you said, she's taken on nothing but really stiff competition. 2 UFC fighters in a row, of course, Paige Van Zandt and Emily Whitmire. Lost to Paige Van Zandt, had a good win over Emily Whitmire, but she's learning and improving all the time. And now, given the developments that you said, she's making a lot of money through this. She's training even harder, more dedicated, more science, and improving all the time.
Let's take a look now at the tail of the tape. Dempster and Michelle Brown. 2 years separate these ladies in age. You look at the hand size, it's identical. The reach, almost identical as well. A very slight half-inch reach advantage for Michelle Brown. Let's get it to Justin Bernard for this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is 3 rounds in the Power Slap Women's Flyweight Division and presented by Crypto.com, the official crypto exchange partner of Power Slap. Introducing to you first in the blue corner, she stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Ellie Dempster. And in the red corner, she stands 5 feet 4.5 inches tall, weighing in at 126 pounds. Out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Michelle Brown. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Jason Herzog. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Ellie Dempster.
Sign up to the Crypto.com app using the code POWER. Trade $100 to receive $50 plus a chance to win Power Slap double passes.
Center up. Center up. Ma'am, you won the coin toss.
So Michelle Brown
what count will you be
and Ellie Dempster, they're actually friends.
Right on two.
Mikey says that she's too nice. She's actually a sweetheart. And she also said that throwing a slap hurts more than getting slapped.
Yeah.
Well, she's getting slapped first. Let's see if Ellie can change her mind.
Right on two, you're set. Right on 2, give us a measure. Right on 2 with a measure.
And the odds have this one as a pick'em.
There's your measure.
The rookie goes first.
Right on 2. 1.
That was a good slap.
Good start for the Rook.
But she took it so well. Like, smiled, grinned, wasn't bothered one little bit. She's still smiling now. Maybe she was telling the truth.
We need her at least to step out of that box. We take this right.
A nice slap for Ellie Dempster. Never done this before, of course, on the big stage. Easy to make mistakes, commit a foul, move the feet.
Ma'am, you got time if you'd like it?
Little bit of a pivot, but
that was right on the edge. I think that's right what you can get away with right there. We talked about the minor heel lift. Nice job by Ellie Dempster. Chris Taglioni getting her
right on one.
chin right.
Here?
Now, one thing we haven't seen from Michael Michelle Brown is a knockout.
Good there. Give us a measure. Right.
She's had decision victories.
Right on one. There's your measure.
And a decision loss, coming in with that 1-1 record after facing Van Zandt and Emily Whitmire. Two big names in the world of power slap.
Wasn't the best.
Just kind of a glancing blow.
She rushed it, to be honest.
I told you.
Wasn't much power.
I know.
Ellie Dempster never taken a slap before. You can see the relief on her face. Like, hold on a minute. That wasn't bad at all.
I told you you're more powerful.
She has a little extra juice now. She realizes she can survive these slaps.
She is grinning from ear to ear. I'll be honest, that was a terribly placed slap. It was way too high, kind of on the eyes. The technique that Michael Michelle Brown used as well wasn't the best. She didn't maximize the wind up.
1 point clubbing.
So she's going to get a penalty
1 point
here,
clubbing,
guys.
red. Okay.
It's going to be a clubbing foul.
Take your shots. You're good. Okay.
Yeah, too high up, as I said.
You got a little time.
And that's the right call.
Well, it's a bad start for Brown.
As much time as you need here. You got 1 minute 40 seconds. So when you're ready.
Perfect start for Ellie Dempster. That's going to be a 10-8 round.
You hit her here, right? Just bring it back a little and hit her right here.
She's grinning from ear to ear. Now she's having a wonderful time. 10-8, of course. Ellie Dempster, very clear.
30 seconds. So whenever, if you want to go,
you know,
can
in a
go
fight,
whenever you want. All right.
It's always the anticipation that brings the most nerves. Once the fight starts and you take the shot, then you're just on autopilot and you realize it's not that bad. And that's what Ellie's going through right now. The realization that, hold on a minute, I belong here. I can take this power.
He's saying follow through.
Well, she won't stop smiling.
I know.
She's been smiling ever since then. Meanwhile, on the flip side, you have Michael Michelle Brown, who realizes this is going to be an uphill battle now after losing that first round 10-8.
Chin up. Gotta stay right there. Don't move. Okay, don't move. Ma'am, what hand, what count? Right on 2. Are you set here? Right on 2. Give us a measure. Right on 2. Right on 2. There's your measure. Right on 2. 1.
Big one.
Good shot, but I tell you what, Michael Michelle Brown, she's got a chin, she plays a good game, she smiles, but she needs revenge here. She's making a big mistake in the first round. She just kind of pushed the slap. You see there, Ellie Dempster swings back. Look, see the swing, see the wind up, and that results in power. Michael Michelle Brown in the first round kind of like just pushed it through.
Ma'am, which hand and what count?
Right on 2.
Right
She's
on 2.
going to really swing.
Right there, don't move. Wait. Hold on.
Get the leverage.
Okay.
I will say this, that she's walking a tightrope as Ellie Dempster with that foot. She's getting really close to a step. Brown needs a big one here.
Right on 2.
I don't like that technique. A little high again.
Jason Herzog's calling for the replay because you called it, Michael. That one potentially could be a clubbing foul again, and if it is, she's going to be automatically disqualified.
Well, I hope she doesn't get disqualified. It was a little high.
I think she's going to.
In here, okay, bring it straight off here. But sometimes if you come down,
but look, see that she's not maximizing her leverage by swinging all the way back.
This is 2 offensive fouls. 2 offensive fouls is a disqualification. Okay.
That's it.
So it's a DQ. Yes, ma'am.
Jason Herzog giving the news to Michael Michelle Brown. This will go in the books as a disqualification loss. Ellie Dempster will be victorious in her power slap debut.
That was a disappointing performance by Mikey Michelle Brown. She's got a lot of fanfare, a lot of potential. But Ellie Dempster making a debut, looks really good. Had a good chin, was grinning from ear to ear. There's the club that ended the fight. Again, sad to say, but it was high, it was on the eye. Now let's have a look, Ellie Dempster. First shot, beautiful placement, good power. And here's round two. Clean shot again. Really nice work. So the only time she's not smiling is right now when she's about to be declared the winner.
Let's send it to Justin.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jason Herzog calls a stop to the match in round number 2 due to 2 offensive fouls, declaring the winner by disqualification, Ellie Dempster.
So Ellie Dempster victorious in her power slap debut. Probably not the way she wanted to get the win, but I'll tell you what, she looked really good for somebody who has never been on this stage before.
Yeah, didn't show any nerves, good technique, landed with really good power, showed a good chin, got clubbed twice as well. Right on the eye. It's a shame for Mikey Michelle Brown. She's a really nice girl, but you gotta follow the rules.
Our Power Slap Celeb Cam brought to you by Arsenal Strength. Roy Nelson, former UFC heavyweight contender. Rashad Evans, UFC Hall of Famer, is in the house. Jackie Catalan, Tatiana Suarez. Catalan, of course, a Power Slap contender, and Suarez in the UFC. And Des Rocks, one of Dana's favorite artists here as well. That was insane. Our light heavyweight champ is in the building. One of the first true badasses of Power Slap. Ron Wolverine Beta is also the first double champ in Power Slap history. After a brief retirement, Wolverine is back to defend his light heavyweight title for the third time against one of the most dangerous men in the game, in Russell Kainoa Rivero, an electrician by trade. Rivero regularly sends his opponents into blackout mode. The Hawaiian is coming off back-to-back knockout wins and is competing for the title for the second time in 2 years. UFC 318, Holloway versus Poirier, and Power Slap 14 land in New Orleans next month. It's July 18th and 19th. Power Slap fans, you have a chance to enter Dana's VIP New Orleans sweepstakes tonight. One winner and a guest will sit in Dana's section at UFC 318 and Power Slap 14 in New Orleans and attend the exclusive Power Slap after party. 2 other winners will receive boxes of Topps UFC cards. There's only one way to win, and that is to enter powerslap.com/sweepstakes. Tonight, between the co-main event and the main event, Power Slap will display a secret code in the broadcast. That's between the co-main and the main, which is worth additional entries. The secret code is your best chance at scoring the sweepstakes prizes. Unbeaten after a pair of victories on Power Slap road to the title, Bryce Jones rolls into his hometown riding high and ready to add another win to the slate as he faces fellow heavyweight contender Zakir Naimanbayev.
Kazakhstan's Zakir Naimanbayev made an immediate impact in his Power Slap debut in January as he knocked out Troels Nielsen in the second round to land himself a place in the heavyweight top 10 heading into tonight's matchup with Bryce Jones. Nurmagomedov's move into the rankings didn't sit well with Henderson, Nevada's Jones, who scored 2 wins over Devin Helm and James Stonier on Season 3 of Road to the Title, and believes he will be one of the top 10 following tonight's meeting with the Iron Man. Coming up next, Zakir Ironman Nurmagomedov faces Bryce Just Hands Jones.
Bryce Jones from just down the road in Henderson, Nevada, coming in with a 2-0 power slap record. Both of those wins on Road to the Title Season 3 against James Stonier and Devin Helm. You know, he weighed 330 pounds at one point at 23 years old. He got down to 186, moved out to Vegas with his cousin, was training at Extreme Couture. An injury moved him away from training for MMA. Saw power slap, applied the first season, got invited for Season 3 of Road to the Title. He said his experience on the show, as you can relate to, Michael, a little frustrating. The guys on the show were a little crazy, but he's glad he did that so he can be here now.
Yeah, and as you say, on Season 3 had 2 wins, 1 knockout, 1 decision. And growing up, he was a guy that liked sports, was on the football team, but he was an angry kid, and you can just take one look at that face and see that he has some pent-up aggression inside him. But sadly, he got into a lot of fights, so he wasn't allowed on the football team, ended up in and out of jail, lived out of a suitcase for many years, and then now he's found power slap, and he's really got his life on track. Now, on his opponent, Zakir, he said, listen, he's a strong guy. I've seen videos of him pulling trains and picking up cars, but his technique isn't the best, and this guy's very analytical, feels that he's got the better technique out of the two of them.
The Ironman Zakir Nurmagomedov also coming in undefeated. He won his only power slap match in January against Trolls Nielsen. Started powerlifting at 11 years old. By 18, he was an Asian champ. His best bench press, Bisping, 250 kilograms. You know what that is? That's about 550 pounds.
Yeah, about 520 pounds. He's a ridiculously strong man representing Kazakhstan. 30 years old, 1-0 in power slap, and of course when you've got that kind of power, it is no surprise that he got a knockout, and that's exactly what he expects to happen here. Said that his life has completely changed back home. Walking down the street, he gets bothered now, people are stopping him, they all want pictures, he's getting invited to soccer games and things like that. Bit of a local celebrity, but that, he's not letting that change who he is. He's still a nice, humble Kazakhstani guy, working hard, lifting weights, and aims to slap hard.
And Zakir Nurmagomedov won the toss, which means that he will strike first in this match here tonight. Take a look now at the tail of the tape, Jones and Nurmagomedov. It is Jones who is 5 years older, but Zakir Nurmagomedov heavier by about 25 pounds, and he is the minus 150 favorite here in our third match of the night. Justin Bernard once again going to get us going.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is 3 rounds in the power slap heavyweight division and presented by Wolfpack, the official bag of power slap. Introducing to you first in the blue corner, he stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 240 pounds. Out of Henderson, Nevada, Bryce Just Hands Jones. And in the red corner, he stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 265 pounds. Out of Semi, Kazakhstan, he is a number 6 ranked heavyweight contender in the world, Zakir Ironman Nurmagomedov. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Mark Smith. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Zakir Nurmagomedov.
Wolfpack.com offers high performance, customizable bags and backpacks designed for those who are making their mark. Shop now at Wolfpack.com.
All right, gentlemen, to the center. You get it.
So Zakir, the shorter guy, the heavier guy,
What's his count?
the stronger guy.
He must measure. Right, on 3.
And of course, coming off the back of a knockout last time out. And he gets the slap first.
1, 2.
There it is.
Zakir with a rocket.
Bryce is up. But I don't think that's a good idea. It's over. 1 and done.
Naiman Bayev moves to 2-0. What a slap.
One shot is all it takes. Bryce Jones was right. He's pulling trains, he's lifting cars, he looks strong. Guess what? He is. And he's got ridiculous knockout power.
That was insane. Tonight's Monster Knockouts brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast.
Let's take a look right here. Naiman Bayev. Massive hand, placed perfectly. Little bit of a step. So Jones goes down hard.
They call it clubbing.
They called it a club. I'm surprised it wasn't a step, to be honest.
So the knockout win goes to a DQ loss with a clubbing foul. Okay.
I mean, Naiman Bayev just knocked him out with an illegal shot, and now he wants to fight him.
Stay right here. Hey, stay right here. We all knew it was going to happen.
So going to be a DQ. Let's make it official with Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Smith calls a stop to the match in round number 1 due to a foul, and your winner by disqualification, Bryce Just Heads Jones.
All right, so that was a blessing in disguise for Bryce Jones, but let's take a look at the replay, because I'm very intrigued here. It definitely looks like a bit of a step. Obviously, the call was for clubbing. So let's take a look at it. Yeah, you can see the palm of the hand was kind of leading before the fingers. That's going to massively increase the power.
I mean, I don't know, man.
Wasn't the craziest example of a club, to be honest. But if you see the feet, the feet was more egregious.
It was a step by the word of the rule. Taylor Lewan busting with the boys. Former Tennessee Titans offensive tackle is here. The crazy Hawaiian here to watch his little brother. Man, how
skinny guy.
All he's eating is chicken wings these days, apparently. Man, he is skinny. Robert Trujillo, our lightweight champ. Very good MMA fighter as well, is here in the house. And we wrap up our celebrity shots with Holly Madison, who is here as well. So here's what's on deck. We talked about it a bit earlier. Power Slap 14 in New Orleans, Friday, July 18th, and then back to Las Vegas here at the Fontainebleau on October 3rd for Power Slap 15. You don't want to miss it.
There are tons of ways to bet on the big fight with DraftKings Sportsbook. So many, I'm going to try to name them all before this guy taps out. Bet on submission props, spreads, same-game parlays. You can also bet live, over-unders, futures. Hang in there. Only about a dozen left. New customers bet $5 and get $150 instantly in bonus bets. DraftKings, the best place to bet UFC. Double chance victories, takedowns landed, knockout props. So many bet types, right? Right?
These heavyweight striker rankings brought to you by Dios Azul, the official tequila partner of Power Slap. Damian DeBell is the champion. Perez Bernard Mena 1 through 3. And then you have James Siegman and Pono Powell. These odds are presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. And James Siegman against Pono Pau is on deck. It is Siekman who comes in as the minus 185 favorite over the Hawaiian Pono Pau. Fresh from a hard-fought 3-round scrap with Dorian Perez in March, Pono Pau will be bringing the heat once again for the summer heavyweight showdown against the Iron Chin, James Siekman.
Despite the dominant reign of heavyweight champion Damian DeBell, there's no shortage of contenders vying for their shot at the title. And tonight, 2 members of the top 5 will face off as James Siekman looks to extend his winning streak in a rematch against Hawaiian powerhouse Pono Pau. Having scored an upset knockout victory over Pau in the middle of a stellar 2024 campaign, St. Louis's Siekman made his first start of 2025 against a familiar face in Pau, whose power slap resume includes knockouts of Devin Jenkins and Cooper Housley. Coming up next, James the Iron Chin Siekman battles Pono the Hawaiian assassin Pau.
The Hawaiian assassin, Pono Pau, 36 years old, coming in with a 2-2 record in power slap, doing a lot more training, wants to deliver more power. He said the key is the follow through. His last fight, a split decision loss. He was a lighter. He's added an extra 15 pounds of muscle, says he's gonna go on 1 or 2. Obviously, it's harder to go on 1 for the accuracy, so perhaps he starts on 2.
And it's hard to go up against an opponent that has already knocked you out, and that's what we're talking about here. He did lose to Jay Siekman on road to the title season 3. It was a knockout in round 2, and he said, of course, since then I have improved. He's learned more about defense. I will have a better solid structure. I will lean on the podium. I will grab the baton. I have strengthened my neck, and as you mentioned there, he has put on a lot of clean muscle, eating clean, lifting weights. He's put on about 15 pounds. He's more athletic, and of course, he's got a bit more experience now. Knocked out Cooper Housley, lost to Dorian Perez, and he's coming into this one really confident. And you know what? I think he should be, because his opponent, James Siekman, we'll talk about this in a moment, has lost a dramatic amount of weight. But Pono Pau, as I said, has lost to this man once before. He looks really fired up and ready to go.
In that match against Siekman before, he lost by knockout, but he was having to hit with his offhand because of an injury. His good hand is good to go this time, so he feels like he's a different dude. He's worked on his strength. He is very excited about the opportunity to avenge that loss. The Iron Chin, James Siekman, runs a digital marketing company. He's been doing it for about 12 years. Pretty confident coming into this one, coming off 2 back-to-back wins over Pono Pau, who he faces here tonight, and Nate Bernard, who is no joke. That was in October of last year.
Yeah, and as I said, in October last year, he was 270 pounds. He weighed in this week at 218 pounds. Remember, the heavyweight limit is 265. Now, he's had success. He knocked out Pono Pau before. He got a win over Nate Bernard, but he didn't like the way that he looked on TV. So all he's been doing is dieting and focusing on cardio. He's done a lot of running. He carries hand weights when he's running as well. He hasn't been lifting weights at all. He hasn't been focusing on power. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's reinvented the wheel and sports science is completely incorrect for generations of athletes. But typically, a sport like this, you want to increase power, not your cardio. But maybe I'm wrong, Dan.
Well, I will say, he did share with us that one of the reasons he decided to lose weight is because you said he looked like a floating pool noodle on TV.
Yeah, well, you know, he didn't look the best. He looks lean and mean.
Here's the tail of the tape for Siekman and Pau. Siekman is the bigger man, taller by 4 inches, but you can see the weight differential. Lost over 50 pounds from the last time that he fought. Has a slight reach and hand size advantage as well, and Siekman is coming in as the favorite. Let's send it to Justin Bernard now.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is 3 rounds in the Power Slap Heavyweight Division and presented by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast. Introducing to you first in the blue corner, He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 263 pounds. Out of San Diego, California, he is a number 5 ranked heavyweight contender in the world. Pono, the Hawaiian Assassin, Pow! And in the red corner, he stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 218 1/2 pounds. Out of St. Louis, Missouri, he is a number 4 ranked heavyweight contender in the world. James, the Iron Chin Seekman. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Mike Beltran. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Pono Pow.
So James Seekman has shown.
Power Slap Shop, purchase official Power Slap apparel and merch at shop.powerslap.com. A Fanatics experience. Sorry, Michael, I have to pay the bills.
No, of course, of course. Seekman has shown a really good chin. He's shown that he's got tremendous power. But when you lose weight, one of the first things you notice is the size of the neck. And look at these necks. Look at the difference. Pono Pow is built like an absolute tank. Whereas James Seekman, you know, he's definitely slimmed down. You can see the size of the muscle, and the neck obviously supports the head, stops rotation, helps with the ability to take a shot.
Motion from Pow.
And that could be it. It was flinching anyway, but is he done? He's wobbly.
Walk over here. Watch my side.
I hope for his sake he doesn't have to take another one. He's good. He's back in it. Mike Beltran is a sadist. And now he's going to call a flinch. Mike Beltran, you are an evil man. He flinched, man. He's going to have to take another.
This is insanity.
Them the rules, baby.
They are the rules.
2 for flinching.
It's the worst penalty in sports.
Don't be a bitch about it. I'm telling you. Do you want to slap again?
Yes, I think I'll slap again.
Do you want to almost?
Okay.
Oh dear.
You want to slap again?
He said, hell yeah, I want to go again.
Look at Seekman's face. He can't believe it.
Oh, don't flinch again.
Oh my God.
Could you imagine? I don't think it's going to matter. I've got a bad feeling that this time he's gonna go to sleep. Now I've been wrong before.
Everybody's phone is
I'll put $100 on this right now.
Oh my! Pono Pow sitting him down again.
He's up. Not quite. Take your time. Up you go. No, totally fine. No problem. I'm good. What day is it?
Mike Beltran couldn't let it go any longer.
Yeah, it was the right call. Pono Pow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got the moves.
I told you, hey, Leo wants you. Let's go.
I knew it. I just had a bad feeling when he lost all of that weight. Seekman's been a great competitor in the past. Look at those moves, man. That's impressive.
Athlete.
Yeah, Seekman showed a lot of heart, though. He wanted to go again.
Tonight's Monster Knockouts brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast.
Yeah, and this was a beast. What a shot. Right on the target. James Seekman, you know, he's tough as they come. He wanted to stay in this, but with all the will in the world, you know, he was scrambled. He was on shaky legs. It was like he'd had a bottle of Estrella Jalisco. You know, if he got pulled over for drink driving, he was going straight to prison because he was wasted.
He was crushed, and the first one dropped him too.
You were surprised that he went off the first one. Then he had to take another one. Had he known he was going to have to take another one, he probably would have just said, I'm good.
But look at that. It's like, oh, no.
Reactions are the best.
I know, it's fantastic. Yeah, James Hickman's great, but, you know, Pono Power Man just way too much tonight.
Jackie Cataline looking on, but you brought up the point about the weight loss. It's good for your overall health, maybe not good for Power Slap.
Well, good if he wants to compete at 205.
Let's make it official with Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mike Beltran calls a stop to the match in round number 1, declaring the winner by TKO, Pono, the Hawaiian Assassin, Pow!
Pono Pow getting it done in dramatic fashion, improving to 3-2 in Power Slap. Oh, Piper and Capri are in the house. Uh-oh. They're doing a little practice at Power Slap for Bob Menery is here. I'm sure you'll see him on IG Live at some point. Always making videos. Hall of Famer.
He's always here.
Cowboy Cerrone. He loves Power Slap as much as anybody. These Tricolor rivals are brought to you by Dios Azul, the official partner of Power Slap. The old saying, don't judge a book by its cover, has never been more applicable than this. At 5'9", 350 pounds, Dumpling doesn't exactly strike the most intimidating figure, but he is an absolute assassin when he's at the Power Slap table. The reigning super heavyweight champ has arrived and is set to defend his title for the first time. For the third time in a row, he's matched up against a massive Hawaiian with the last name Viernes. This time, it's the Hawaiian hitman, Dane Viernes, trying to do what his brother couldn't, beat a pig farmer from a tiny town in the Siberia region of Russia, who has quickly become one of the faces of the sport. That's it for the prelims. If you're watching us anywhere except UFC Facebook, UFC YouTube, or Power Slap Facebook, get there now because the main card is here.
V-Chain Power Slap 13, Dumpling versus the Hawaiian Hitman, is presented by Crypto.com. Sign up to the Crypto.com app using the code POWER. Trade $100 to receive $50 and the chance to win Power Slap double passes. DraftKings. Right now, new DraftKings Sportsbook customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the app and use the code UFC when you sign up. Power Slap Mobile. Download from the App Store and play today. And by Estrella Jalisco, an authentic Cerveza Dorado and the official beer of Power Slap.
Steamrolled by the Dumpling Express. We could be seeing that in the main event here tonight. V-Chain, Power Slap 13, Dumpling versus the Hawaiian Hitman, presented by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast, 4 down, 4 to go, which means the main card is here, and what a main card it is. Not one, but 3 title fights and a title eliminator. Let's take a look at the Power Slap main card, brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of Power Slap. Emmanuel No Love Muniz, a former welterweight champ and #1 contender, taking on another former champion, KO Chris Thomas. This one should end up in a knockout. Then the welterweight title match, Babyface Blackburn, taking on the Power Slap OG and #2 ranked contender, Azael Rodriguez. Our light heavyweight title match in the co-main event, the promotion's #1 and first ever double champ defending his title against the heavy-handed Russell Rivero. And our main event, our super heavyweight title match, Dumpling and the Hawaiian Hitman. This running hot moment brought to you by 500 Casino. Your hottest streak starts now with 500 Casino, the world's best crypto casino. Well, this moment was Remember Manny Muniz and his knockout of KO Chris Thomas at Power Slap 6? You remember that, Bisping?
Oh my word, what a moment, because KO Chris Thomas was riding high. He had 5 knockouts in a row. Of course he was the welterweight champ, but then Manny Muniz comes along, takes him to the 5th round, knocks him out cold, takes the title off him, and then goes on quite a run himself.
We are getting to the OG portion of the card. That is the main card. And with that, we bring up the table for the final 4 fights of the evening from Fontainebleau Hotel, Las Vegas. 3 title fights and a title eliminator on the way. When Emmanuel Muniz took Christopher KO Chris Thomas, and he stole that welterweight title from him in 2024, some wondered if KO Chris would ever return to the top. Well, tonight, we'll find out as they meet again.
Old rivals meet on the Power Slap stage once more. And though the welterweight title isn't on the line when Emmanuel Muniz and Christopher Thomas scrap again, expect to see both 170-pounders fight as if more than a championship belt is up for grabs here on International Fight Week in Las Vegas.
When I go face Manny tonight, I want you guys to know and understand this. I will knock out Manny Muniz.
I'm different from the last time we met. You know, I'm more experienced, I've grown a lot more, gotten a lot stronger, a lot more powerful. The technique has continued to grow, and I've continued to grow. So I'm miles apart from who I was when I beat him the first time. So this should be even easier.
Fresh from a pair of hard-fought battles with Anthony Blackburn, with the welterweight crown at stake, California's Emmanuel Muniz wants nothing more than to get his title back. And the way he sees it, what better way to get there than by beating the man he took it from in the first place, KO Chris Thomas.
I want to knock him out early and prove to everyone in this division that, you know, I belong where I'm at. I am the best in the division. I really believe that. So getting a win here tonight just proves that.
As the owner of a 100% knockout rate in Power Slap, Christopher Thomas was shocked when Emmanuel Muniz upset him for the welterweight title back in February of 2024. But after a March stoppage of Christopher Debo, KO Chris was back in prime form, and now he's seeking some payback.
No matter what, it's not going to the judges' scorecards. I see my hand being raised. Another knockout on my record, 7-2 by knockout. Let's go, baby.
Again, the ladies and gentlemen, power's on for this, or no? Just
KO Chris Thomas, one of the true characters of Power Slap. A father of 5 kids. When we asked him how it was at home, he says, always loud, always something to do. I like to be the dad that I never had to my kids. He said he packed on a lot of muscle, about 15 pounds. Unfortunately for him, Charlie, he wasn't able to lose the necessary weight.
Yeah, he came in about 7 pounds over. Though that being said, he still feels very confident in his abilities. He says this is the time for redemption after losing the title to Muniz in February of last year. Now, Thomas's training looked a bit different this time around. You mentioned he put on a lot of muscle. A couple of the ways he was doing that, he said he was doing tons of burpees, like burpees on burpees on burpees. Sounds miserable if you ask me. He was also doing handstand push-ups, also some yoga. In fact, KO Chris says he can now put his legs behind his head. That is a very disturbing vision that I have imagining that, but let's move on from what, you know.
I'm not sure if that'll help him in a slap.
I don't think so. But he says he's also been putting in work to become a better person. He's spending a lot of time with his 5 kids, also working for his church part-time. He says his goal tonight, guys, listen to this, is not to curse anymore. So keep your ears open just to make sure he's sticking with that one.
Well, you know who else has that goal? To not curse anymore is Michael Bisping.
I tried.
Yeah, right.
That goal's gone unfulfilled, doesn't it?
I failed.
Manny No Love Muniz, just 25 years old, one of the younger champions in Power Slap history. He wants to get back
into title fight contention, and as the #1 contender to win over another former champion, KO Chris, he could likely get back there, continuing to work on his rotation and power and trying to take everything from those title matches that he lost to Anthony Blackburn and improve upon them for this one.
Yeah, of course. He did beat Chris Thomas before and knocked him out in the 5th round. Then he lost the belt to Anthony Blackburn, but they were very close matches. In fact, the last one, it was 5-round affair. It was a split decision. He's still only 25 years old, so he still sees a very bright future for himself in this sport. And he says, I'm growing all the time. I'm learning about the sport. I'm improving as an athlete and getting stronger every day. He said, when you look at Chris Thomas, he's declining. And then you factor in just the fact that Chris Thomas missed weight. Now, we spoke about the fact that he put a lot of muscle on, and that will help. But he did miss weight by 7 pounds, so that kind of leans into what Muniz is saying about him maybe being on the decline.
The tail of the tape brought to you by Estrella Jalisco, an authentic Cerveza Dorado and the official beer of Power Slap. We highlighted the weight miss, came in at 178 pounds. He got into town at 191 and just wasn't able to shed the necessary weight. The #1 contender, Emmanuel Muniz, the -145 favorite going into this one. It's former champ against former champ. Going to be a fun one as we send it to Justin and get started.
Ladies and gentlemen, the power is on! Welcome to V-Chain Power Slap 13. Dumpling versus the Hawaiian Hitman. Presented by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast. Live and free across the globe on YouTube. This match is 3 rounds in the Power Slap welterweight division and presented by Lucy, the official nicotine pouch of Power Slap. Introducing to you first in the blue corner, he stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 178 pounds. Out of Bismarck, North Dakota, he is a #5 ranked welterweight contender in the world. Christopher K.O. Chris Thomas. And in the red corner, he stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 171 pounds. Out of Ontario, California, he is a #1 ranked welterweight contender in the world. Emmanuel No Love Muniz. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Chris Taioni. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Emmanuel Muniz.
Lucy, nicotine pouches that slap.
So, a 7-pound weight miss for Chris Thomas. He will have lost a percentage of his purse.
20%.
But it's going to help him.
Shoulders down, chin's
It will
good.
help
Stay
his
right
ability
there,
to
don't
take a
move.
shot.
Hand the count.
He'll be able to generate
right
more
on
power.
3. You must measure, okay? Right on 3.
But it doesn't guarantee a win.
That's your measure. 1, 2.
Oh, drops him down.
No luck. Hammer on that first slap.
Maybe a little flinch, but he's definitely wobbled.
6.
He's staying down.
7.
He's playing the game. He'll be good. He'll be good. Oh, he's fine. He's fine.
He's been here before.
He's doing the side to side. Yeah, he's good to go, man. Now, this is the thing about Chris Thomas. He has freakish power.
If that happens again, take a knee just like that.
I mean, the power that he possesses, it was just knockout after knockout after knockout. He really was the KO
10
king.
seconds. Go back out. Go.
He's fought 8 times, Michael, and every single fight he's 6-2 has ended in a knockout.
Yes.
He's knocking somebody out or he's getting knocked out himself.
He just has crazy
Okay, we got right
natural
on 3.
knockout power.
Right on 3, you must measure.
And now with the extra muscle, as I said, certainly with the extra
measure.
weight.
1.
Let's take a look.
2.
Clubbing foul. Manny Muniz took it well. Point deduction for Chris. He can't fall apart mentally.
I think he hurt his wrist on that shot.
Jackie. 1 point clubbing.
He may have to switch hands, so he's going to lose that first round, and he's injured.
Well, it's like Mikey Michelle Brown said earlier, sometimes throwing the slap hurts more than taking it.
Love. You got him, love.
Yeah, that's, you know it's a club when you damage your wrist.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty clear indication.
Are you done or you want to go left?
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, there's no question about it.
I'm actually shocked that Manny didn't go down.
It's up to you, though. Are you done?
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean more power or a better slap.
Can you go with your left? No, I'm not.
Because you want to spin the head a little bit.
I would recommend you not going forward.
But now Chris Thomas is going to have to use his left hand.
He doesn't want to go with his left. They're discussing it right now.
Let him get hit. You want to get a hit, and you want to take a hit, and then you want to go with your left? Take a hit and go with your left, or are you done?
He's not going to bow out shortly.
Are you done? You're done? You're done.
He's done. Wow.
Didn't want to go with his left hand. This is not what KO Chris Thomas was hoping for on this trip to Las Vegas.
Yeah, this is
docked 20% of his purse, and then he has to call it because he doesn't want to switch hands. He's explaining to Hunter why he made that decision. You know, we've seen this before. Yeah. A lot of guys decide to go with the left, especially with the fouls that are involved. You don't have to knock a guy out to win.
And I don't want to kick a man while he's down. But you miss weight, you foul, you hurt yourself. Look at the hand. I mean, yeah, you can see.
It might be broken.
I can understand why it's painful. But in the spirit of competition, you know, you got to go with the left hand. You got to keep trying. You don't just go, okay, well, my good hand's injured. I'm going to go home. That's not what this sport is about. That's not what combat is about. I'm sorry, as I say, I'm not trying to kick a man while he's down, but it's disappointing.
Tonight's Recovery of the Night brought to you by Slate Milk. Fuel up with Slate's delicious high-protein drink. Slate makes you strong. Actually, pretty good recovery in the first round by KO here.
I mean, what a shot that was by Manny Muniz.
3, 4,
KO Chris showed a lot of heart here, played the game well, stayed down, recovered, jumped up, and then he was like having a little dance off with Chris Taglioni.
And now for the official decision, brought to you by VeChain, crypto token partner of PowerSlap. Here's Justin.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Chris Taglioni calls a stop to the match in round number 1, declaring the winner by TKO due to injury, Emmanuel No Love Muniz.
I'm here with the winner, Emmanuel Muniz. Manny, I know this is not the way that you wanted this match to transpire, and honestly, I'm sure you feel a certain type of way. Your opponent missed weight, fouled, hurt himself, and then decided not to continue on, and you were ready for a back-and-forth battle. So tell me your thoughts.
There was nothing back and forth about that. He copped out like a little bitch. He didn't want to get slapped. It is what it is. At the end of the day, I'm the best in this division. That's that. I'm the best in this fucking sport. It doesn't matter 170, 185, 205. I don't give a fuck who it is. Set me up. Sign me up.
A lot of people on your side, clearly. I know you were here ready to make a statement, ready to put yourself back in the title picture. Do you think there's still an opportunity for that to happen, or what is the path to getting back there?
I just got to keep trucking along. Look, I know we got 3 weeks until July. Frank, Erica, I want on it. I didn't take no damage tonight. I don't care, 170 to 265. Sign me up. I want someone. I want to be in New Orleans.
All right, well, we'll see if the powers that be are able to make that happen. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Emmanuel Muniz.
Manny Muniz getting it done once again. That post-fight interview brought to you by 10X. Feel the power of precision with 10X Health. Go to 10xhealthsystem.com. Celebs are everywhere tonight. Glenny Balls, Theo Vaughn. Theo loves his stuff. I'm sure he'll be here for UFC 317 tomorrow, as will Colby Covington, the 9th-ranked welterweight contender in the UFC, and Max Crosby, only one of the very best sack masters in the NFL, here, of course, with the Las Vegas Raiders. These lockers brought to you by Wolfpack.com. high-performance customizable bags and backpacks designed for those making their mark. Shop now at wolfpack.com. It's been a long and winding road for Anthony Babyface Blackburn to reach champ status in Power Slap. But now that he's held the welterweight title for a year, the Detroit native isn't about to give it up. Set to defend his title for the second time, Babyface feels better than ever, and he faces a familiar foe to Power Slap fans, and this man, Azael Rodriguez, an alum of Season 1 of Road to the Title. El Perro stepping to the Power Slap table for the 10th time in his career, and no stranger to championship fights, having been there twice before.
The first Power Slap event in the U.S. to take place outside of Las Vegas. And the stakes have never been higher. We're headed to New Orleans. Buckle up, Slap fans. Oh! Damian DeBell, the king of the heavyweight division, #1 in impact power. Wes Meta, former college football player.
That man is terrifying.
The heavyweight title is on the line.
This event is stacked from top to bottom.
The Puerto Rican pretty boy and the Butcher squaring off for the middleweight title.
There it is.
Robert Trujillo facing Dakota McGregor. The lightweight title is on the line.
Oh, that was massive.
My God! Do not miss this chance to witness history from New Orleans.
V-Chain Power Slap 13, Dumpling versus the Hawaiian Hitman is presented by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast. It's all title fights from here on out with 3 of them on deck. The champion won the coin toss and will strike first. Unbeaten in his Power Slap career, Babyface Blackburn brings that Motown grit that made him an impossible out. A pair of wins over Emmanuel Muniz established Anthony Blackburn as the top gun at 170 pounds, but tonight, the welterweight champion gets a new face in front of him in the form of Azael Rodriguez.
I'm so excited to be able to go up against Anthony Blackburn. He's one of the very few that have called out El Perro, and I'm happy that he called me out in the beginning of his career. It's finally happening in one of the biggest moments for him, for myself, but I'm here to take that title away from him and make him move on to whatever he has to do in the sport.
It's a huge mistake to underestimate me, especially with my babyface gimmick. There's a reason I'm the champion. I am one of the best in the world. The welterweight division has been my division. No one's been able to beat me. No one's been able to knock me down. Knocking out KO Chris was my big shoot up in this welterweight division. I'm very confident no one's really been able to challenge me in this division. Keep lining the best up, and I'm going to keep knocking them down.
The way I summarize my Power Slap career, just dominance.
Oh! El Perro not playing!
And have just continued to knock out people and eat their slaps with ease. I'm here to become a champion.
I'm ready to do some damage to Azael tonight. I'm ready to really lay it on him. This time I'm not holding back. He's gonna feel it. Up on stage, be ready for the most intense match you've ever had.
My welterweight reign tonight starts off with the banger, with the knockout. I have way more power than what he's faced before. I have a way better chin than what he's faced before. Every single person that they put in front of me is just gonna get knocked out. I have no doubt in my ability to be able to do that in this division. I'm leaving that stage with that belt around my waist with the announcer saying, "And you."
Azael, all I gotta say is bring it. You're in store for the best babyface that Power Slap's ever seen. You're in store for war.
We haven't seen Azael Rodriguez in about 8 months. He makes his debut at 170 pounds, previously fighting at middleweight. He's fought for the middleweight title twice, decided to move down, working on the weight cut and being comfortable at his new weight. Excited, ready, said this has been a long time coming. He's been thinking about moving down for a long time, and he's loving how he is performing right now. As we take a look at the watch party going on at the Dios Azul Distillery in Jalisco, Mexico. They are taking in all the action from Power Slap 13. That place is as packed as we are here.
Yeah, he's coming in here with a lot of experience. Of course, this is his 10th matchup and his 3rd chance at becoming the middleweight champ. And the first time he tried that was against John Davis. That was his only knockout loss. He didn't go up against him again. That time he went to a 5-round decision, but he was beaten. Now he's come away. He's won again. He beat Eddie Brahimir last time out. He got a unanimous decision, and he feels that now he's ultimately ready to claim the title that he's always been training for. He feels that he's learned with every single match. He's now harnessing more power. And contrary to what a lot of people say, he's planning on not being too cautious. He feels that if you over-obsess about not fouling, it costs you a lot in terms of power. So yeah, of course, he's going to be careful to not foul, because three fouls in a title match and you're going to get disqualified. However, he's really trying to maximize the power, looking for the knockout, and it would be absolutely ridiculous if he was able to do that over Anthony Blackman.
For a long time, involved in so many other combat sports, looked at this as a stepping stone to boxing and MMA, and now solely focused on Power Slap. He does believe, as you alluded to, Michael, that the biggest difference we're going to see is the power. And we're going to see the same guy that we've seen in the past, only he's going to be much more powerful than he's been in the past, despite moving down a weight class, which isn't always the case. El Perro Azael Rodriguez looking for his 7th Power Slap win. Here's the champ. Anthony Babyface Blackburn has beaten Emmanuel Muniz twice to win the welterweight title and to retain the belt. Since that last fight, really upgraded his confidence with his camp, stuck to his diet a little bit earlier than he normally does. Was 170 pounds 2 weeks before he came here to Las Vegas. Worked on the neck training with bands, almost that 18-inch neck. He did win the toss, so he's going first, and he changed his slap a little bit this time around. Been working more on that leg drive and getting the hips stronger. Feels like there's a lot more power there.
Yeah, an 18-inch neck at welterweight, that's very, very big, and it kind of goes back to what we said before about James Siekerman, a heavyweight. It was the neck that really stood out to me. It was definitely smaller. It's worth remembering that whilst he is the welterweight champ, he's also undefeated. 5 wins, 1 draw, of course, knocked out Chris Thomas, beat Emmanuel Muniz in 2 matches back-to-back to become the welterweight champion, and he's just getting better and better, getting stronger, getting faster, working on his technique. I mean, you can see that big, thick neck that he has on him there. He's got a lot of respect for his opponent, Azael Rodriguez. You know, these guys are buddies. They both came up on the scene together, but, you know, he wants to hang on to that title, making good money. He's changed his life, found a new purpose, living a much, much healthier lifestyle these days.
Yeah, has a new management company that he's been working with. Going to be coaching in New Orleans in July. And you talk about the money. He has a couple of paid events lined up. Going to have a watch party for UFC 317. That's lined up. So he is staying for the fights on Saturday. Listen, this is a kid who was working in a pizza shop and renovating a house with a buddy. Had a little bit of a falling out with the buddy. He's gone through some ups and downs. Got into a car accident and
I know it may sound trite, but Power Slap has changed this guy's life for the better.
100%. He's talked about how he's managed to take hold of his personal life, get everything in order. And it's funny how that happens when you get a bit of success, when you start to find the purpose in life, when you're able to pay the bills, and you really start to feel valued, you know, and you start to feel respected in the world. And that's what's happened to this man here. He's really grown into the role of champion, and I'm looking forward to this matchup here.
Ready to defend the title for the second time here tonight in Las Vegas. The Tail of the Tape brought to you by Estrella Jalisco, an authentic Cerveza Dorado, and the official beer of Power Slap. Babyface, 3 years older than Azael, both men 5'9", and the reach, a slight advantage for Anthony Blackburn, the reigning champion and the favorite. Here's Justin.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is 5 rounds, all for the Power Slap Welterweight Championship of the World. Presented by Power Slap Store, the official online store of Power Slap. Our judges stateside are Tim Cheatham, Sal Diamato, and Chris Miglior. Introducing to you first in the blue corner, he stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 169.5 pounds. Out of San Diego, California, he is a #2 ranked welterweight contender in the world, Azael El Perro Rodriguez. And in the red corner, he stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Out of Detroit, Michigan, he is the undisputed welterweight champion of the world, Anthony Babyface Blackburn. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Kerry Hatley. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Anthony Blackburn.
So the champ gonna get the first swing here tonight against a guy who has been battle tested. Dios Azul, the official tequila partner of Power Slap. Azael Rodriguez in his 10th Power Slap match. He knows what it's all about. He's won some, he's lost some, and he's also fought for a title twice before.
Red won the toss.
Now Anthony Blackburn knocked out James Santa Maria in his first ever Power Slap match way back in 2023. Knocked out Christopher Thomas as well. Beat Manny Muniz 2 times to become the welterweight champ.
Babyface going on one.
A good slap, but it wasn't a devastating blow. Far from it.
Hey, right here. Right here. Let's go. Hey, let me see.
You can see an extra little skipping Azael's step after he took the first one.
You get it. Isaiah Quinones pumping him up big time.
Both of these coaches doing a great job here tonight. Isaiah Quinones and Brandon Bordeaux.
Okay, blue handicap. Round 3. Okay, right hand on 3. Right hand on 3. You must measure.
Crowd is listen to that. Right hand on 3, boxing experience, MMA experience. And a lot of Power Slap experience, however, neither man able to do any damage really.
he just took a leak on El Perro.
A little bit short there, you see the ice swell up straight away.
Well, it's funny, Michael, if you remember, he has that thing under the eye kind of permanently, so he's had that for a long time, right? It's always there.
Right there, don't move. Hand and count, red.
Right on 1.
Okay, right hand on
Right
1.
on 1 again. I always think that's a mistake, but I agree.
We'll see what happens here for the champ.
He's done this many times. Oh, that was a good shot.
Took a step back.
That was more like it.
Azael hanging in there, but both of these guys, they pack power in those strikes.
We need another one.
Yeah, Azael did not like this one. Referee may be calling for. I was just calling for the earpiece, the earbud to be put back in because he got knocked flying. Yeah, Rodriguez close to going down there.
He actually did a really nice job to maintain his composure and stay on his feet. Just took a little step backwards.
You got 30 seconds, all right? You do it.
Rodriguez's last win, a unanimous decision victory over Eddie Brahimer.
Okay, hand and count. Okay, right hand on one, you must measure. There's your measure.
He's going on one, he's changing it up.
I don't like that. Made a nice sound.
Blackburn thought it was a little high.
Eat that shit. Eat it. Don't get frustrated. You know what to do. Eat that shit. Hey, breathe, and eat that shit.
But here comes the champ. That last shot was a big one.
We got 40. We got 40.
Anthony Blackburn so far taking these relatively easily.
Another clean shot.
Not a bad little slap from Azael Rodriguez, but nothing that bothered Anthony Blackburn.
Start around three. Set right there. Hand and count.
Right on one.
Okay, right hand on one, right hand on one.
Going on one.
You must measure.
They ain't messing around.
You got Blackburn up 2-0 in this 5-rounder. Oh! But again, Azael refuses to go down.
Momentarily turned the lights off.
You already know what to do. You already know what to do.
Just for a split second there, almost dropped him.
All right? What round is this? This is it.
Every time it's building and building. He drops. The power comes back on.
That little power bar just keeps going.
He went off for a second, started going down the wall, came back on. It was like a little glitch in the matrix. He almost dropped.
Hey, here we go, Red. Let's get set.
And every time, though, the power or the effect of the shots is building. I'd be surprised if next round Rodriguez doesn't go down.
Just slightly forward. Okay, good. Hand and count.
Right on two.
Right on two. Okay, right hand on two. Right hand on two. You must measure.
You do that so far.
Blackburn's having a whale of a time. There's the first measure.
Oh, that might be a club. Let's see what they call there. They said fair blow initially.
Well, it certainly had some good impact.
That neck's too strong. That chin's too good, baby. Hey,
Blackburn wasn't phased.
Let me get that from you. Give me that. Let's go.
Definitely landing with a good thud.
Hey, come here. Hey.
But I don't think it's enough
Chalk up. We got 39.
to necessarily take away from the power of Blackburn.
We're cruising. Hey, we're cruising. Hey, stay with it. Stay
This is just a battle.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
It is. But I would say that Blackburn is slowly winning it.
You're right. He's just chipping away. He's wearing them down.
Right there. Hand and count.
And you have Blackburn.
Okay, right hand on one.
3 for 3.
Winning every round.
Well, he's just done the more damage. Almost dropped him last time for a split second. This could be the one. And it's the one.
Motown stand up.
And that's it.
Babyface does it again.
It's over, simple as that. He's not getting up. He's not even thinking about it. All right, now he's trying. He headbutted the table. He's worked his way up. He's on a 9. Come on, this is over, guys.
That is it.
Beautiful shot.
Just chipped away, took one bite and then another, and then ate him up with that last strike.
Slowly wore him down. Blow after blow after blow until you can't take no more.
Tonight's Monster Knockouts brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast.
Yeah, just as I said, just slowly wearing down the defenses with every single round. The first one kind of stumbled him a little bit. The second one, there was a bit more of a wobble. The third one almost dropped him. And the fourth one absolutely sealed the deal. Hit the table real hard. slaps the crap out of him, headbutts the table, falls down. Now, fair play to Aziel Rodriguez. The man's a fire. He was trying to get back to his feet.
Dude, let's take a listen to this, Bisping, in real time, because that was a shot.
He hit the table pretty hard.
That was almost
he did. He bounced off it. It was like an uppercut from the table.
And by the way, both of these guys are warriors, man. Aziel Rodriguez has been around a long time. But Anthony Blackburn, since he has won that title, has been on an absolute mission. This is 5th straight win. And again, he has yet to lose in Power Slap. And now for the official decision brought to you by VeChain, the crypto token partner of Power Slap. Here's Justin.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Kerry Halley calls a stop to the match in round number 4, declaring the winner by TKO and still Power Slap welterweight champion of the world, Anthony Babyface Blackburn.
I'm here with the winner, Anthony Blackburn, a successful second title defense. Undefeated, 6-0-1 in Power Slap. I mean, Aziel was a formidable opponent, but you are unreal.
That is a 100% true statement. Leading up to this fight, I was really going through a lot mentally. Just like I said, I had to work on my confidence. This really, coming here this week was a big reassurance for me. Big, huge shout out to my team, Full Scope. They really showed out and made me feel like I'm wanted. So now, 6-0-1, undefeated. You can't get better than that.
You definitely cannot get better than that, but let's talk about the progression of that match, because every single round you seem to get more and more dominant. I mean, it was just a matter of time, I imagine, that you knew you were going to get the knockout.
Well, I mean, that first shot usually is a feeler, and you ramp it up a little bit more and more. I was really adamant about watching my feet. I was talking to Kerry. It's like, was that good? Was that, I'm really particular about my fouls because I haven't thrown one. So, to have a match like that with El Perro, that was, a legacy match for me. And I'm continuing to build this legacy right on One Army, baby.
Well, your legacy is strong right now. You mentioned it. No one has been able to knock you down. No one has been able to beat you. Second successful title defense. So, as the champ, who would you like to face next?
Whoever is the absolute best, I want to get that draw. I want Cole Young in a 5-round match. He probably would have to win one first, so I'll be there in New Orleans coaching him, so we'll see what happens.
Okay, well, we'll see you in New Orleans. Congratulations.
Thanks. Thank you, Charlie, and thank everyone for coming. Appreciate you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still the welterweight champion, Anthony Blackburn.
Babyface said it best, 6-0-1 and a second title defense. You don't get much better than that. That post-fight interview brought to you by 10X. Feel the power of position with 10X Health. Go to 10xhealthsystems.com. This place is rocking. Fans out in full force. How about some of the reactions to that knockout by Babyface Blackburn? Oh, so clean.
Yeah.
On the button.
It was a beautiful shot. I mean, look at the eyes roll back in the skull there. There's everyone losing their minds, jumping out of the seat, phones in hand. Look at these two. But it was, though. But I knew it was coming. I called it every single time, every single shot. He just reacted bigger and bigger, stumbled that bit more. The final shot put him to sleep, cracks the table.
And Terrence Crawford in the house, of course, taking on Canelo Alvarez live on Netflix September 13 right here in Vegas at Allegiant Stadium. With more on our light heavyweight title fight. Let's bring Charlie Arnold in once again.
Thank you, Dan. Retired no more. Light heavyweight champ Wolverine is back to defend his title for a third time and, you know, hopefully take home a nice paycheck. To prep for this, Wolverine had a nifty training strategy. That was having his wife hold pads for him because he says she is Russell Rivero's exact height when Russell bends his knees while on defense. Now, Russell Rivero says no amount of training will ready Wolverine for the power he intends to deliver. Rivero is coming off back-to-back knockouts and says he's matured a ton since starting off in Power Slap. It's no longer personal when he steps onto the stage. It's all business, and he is ready to cash in on gold just in time for the birth of his second child, who is due next month. Dan, back to you.
All right, thank you, Charlie. The UFC's dominant featherweight Ilia Topuria is moving up to lightweight to chase history, but standing in his way is the ever-dangerous former lightweight champion Charles Oliveira. One man walks away, the new 155-pound title holder. UFC 317 tomorrow right here in Vegas at T-Mobile. Available for purchase now on ESPN Plus pay-per-view. These top 10 welterweight striker rankings brought to you by Dios Azul, the official tequila partner of Power Slap. These light heavyweight rankings, rather, the champ, of course, is Wolverine. He has been a two-division champion, taking on Russell Rivero, who hits as hard as anybody in the sport. And we know Wolverine's running hot moment is brought to you by 500 Casino. Your hottest streak starts right now. The 500 Casino, the world's best crypto casino. And Michael, it was a big one.
Oh, yeah.
Wolverine knocked out Vern Cathy in the first round of Power Slap 11.
Well, it was vintage Wolverine. Look at that. Goes up against Vern Cathy. One shot, one round, knocks him out, retains the belt, still the champion, and does it in absolute style. This man doesn't talk much. The Wolverine moves in silence, but my word, when he cracks, you hear it then. Massive power.
Definitely a guy who lets his hands do his talking. Tonight's betting odds brought to you by DraftKings. The crown is yours. It's Wolverine and Rivero. The champ coming in as the minus 230 favorite. But when Russell Rivero's in there, anything can happen. Impressive as Wolverine was at heavyweight, he's raised the bar considerably as the king of the light heavyweight division. And tonight he defends the belt for a third time against Russell Rivero.
He is Wolverine, his fifth title match. He's the first two-division champ in Power Slap.
Oh, what do you think is next for you?
Go home, spend time with the family, watch my kids grow up.
My post-match interview, I was planning on retiring, and we had some family issue and money issues, so I was gonna come back and put a bigger and better opportunity out there for my wife and kids. Just want to be remembered as a good light heavyweight champion. Between Power Slap and even before Power Slap, I mean, I haven't lost at 205. I want to keep that intact. You're going to see the same version that I was with Vern. I'm calm. I'm ready to go. I'm not nervous. I'm not worried about it. My thoughts on Rivero is it'll be a good match. I think I'll put him away in 2 or 3 rounds.
I represent my family and Hawaii. All the people back home, I carry them on my back every time I go out there on the stage. The Hawaiian fighting spirit just comes from growing up back home. Fighting is a big part of the culture. The sport means a lot. It kind of helped me through some stuff and open some doors for me. Everybody I hit falls down. It doesn't matter who you are. I hit you, you're going on the floor. If it's not the first time, it's going to be the second. Guaranteed. I think I made myself undeniable for a title shot with all the matches that I had because I put everybody down. I was going to find out how hard I hit.
The keys to beating Russell tonight is just precision. It's been a few matches since I've seen him hit good, and the few matches he's been rattled every time. Fans can expect me to go out there tonight and just get a good knockout. I'll be leaving the Fountain Blue with the belt wrapped around my waist.
I think this title shot has been way overdue. Wolverine hasn't faced anybody like me that can take a hit and that can hit as hard as me. I bring power to the stage. Brown does too, but not like me. Nobody does in the weight class. Planning on just knocking around out. It's not about the damage, it's about just putting him to sleep. Rounds and stuff or a nap.
They call him Canoa. It's Russell Rivero, 32 years old, from Hawaii, living in Fort Worth, Texas. He's coming off back-to-back knockout wins, but we haven't seen him in over a year because he's had a couple of fights against Austin Turpin that were canceled. He was the backup for the Wolverine Vern Cathy title fight back in January. He says he's still lifting heavy like he usually does. He's been practicing, working on his technique. He says he's really sitting on the swings more and working on accuracy instead of just power.
Yeah, when I saw this matchup, this was the one that jumped off the page. I'm like, right, this is going to be explosive. Both men have ridiculous power. Obviously, the Wolverine is a legend of the sport, a two-weight division champion. And this man here, if you've ever seen him compete, there he is with the former super heavyweight champion. If you've seen him swing, you know what I'm talking about. He is power personified. Benches 420 pounds. Coming off the back of 2 knockout victories, knocked out Cody Bilal in the very first round, knocked out Barry Bennett in the second round. In fact, every single match that he is involved in, somebody goes to sleep. Sometimes it's been him though. So that's a little concerning taking on someone like the Wolverine, but he doesn't think much of him. He said, when I look at the Wolverine, he looks scrawny. He said, when I went up to try and talk to him, the Wolverine walks away, wasn't interested, feels that he's already got a psychological advantage over him already. By the day, this man works very hard, industrial electrician, drives 2 hours to work and back every single day. Just an all-round good guy with massive power, trying to become the champ.
It's all or nothing with Russell Rivero. Every single fight he's been in, win or lose, has ended in a knockout or a disqualification. He does not like to go to the judges' scorecards.
Oh, no.
He has never been to the judges' scorecards. Just a good old country boy named Wolverine from Mountain Home, Arkansas, coming out of retirement because he wants to buy a new house, saving up the money. He already has the land. He's ready to go, and this guy knows nothing but title fights. The only time he didn't fight for a title in his 6-fight power slap career was because Austin Turpin missed weight, so they had to make it a non-title fight. But that's all he does is fight for titles.
Exclusively in title fights, which is insane. And of course, the first time we saw him, he took out Darius Destroyer, the Destroyer, became the heavyweight champ. Lost the belt to Damien DeBell, but let me tell you, Damien DeBell is absolutely gigantic and got massive power. He went 5 rounds. The man has never lost by a knockout, and he has been in there with some of the biggest hitters, and he can take it, but let me tell you, he can give it as well. Last time I went up against Vern Cathy, one of the hardest hitters in all of power slap, knocked him out with just 1 single shot. Of course, it was a short-lived retirement. So what am I doing? Hold on, I've got the ability to make a lot of money here. He's building a house with his wife. He's putting a new roof on with his wife. He's training with his wife as well, as Charlie said earlier, because his wife is the same height as Russell Rivero. I think that's his way of saying that Russell's kind of short. But if he is saying that, one thing Russell's not short of is power. As I said before, as soon as I saw this matchup, I was excited.
He talked about Russell wanting to bend down, and he goes, oh, it's the perfect height for me when I'm swinging. The tail of the tape is brought to you by Estrella Jalisco, an authentic Cerveza Dorado and the official beer of Power Slap. You can see the height differential there. Wolverine, the much taller man, much longer reach, bigger hands. The champion, the first 2-time 2-division champion in Power Slap history, a -230 favorite over the hard-swinging Russell Rivero. Justin Bernard, let's do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening, set for 5 rounds, all for the Power Slap Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. Presented by Happy Dad, no more skinny cans. Our judges stateside are Adelaide Bird, Junichiro Kamijo, and Chris Lee. Introducing to you first in the blue corner, he stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 204 pounds. Out of Fort Worth, Texas, by way of Eva Beach, Hawaii. He is a number 2 ranked light heavyweight contender in the world, Russell Kainoa Rivero. And in the red corner, he stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Out of Mountain Home, Arkansas, he is the undisputed Power Slap Light Heavyweight Champion of the world, Ron Wolverine Beta. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Jason Herzog. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Russell Rivero.
Sign up to the Crypto.com app using the code POWER. Trade $100 to receive $50 plus a chance to win Power Slap double passes. Jason Herzog getting this going.
So Rivero with the first slap.
We'll get you set.
As I said,
you won the coin toss. What hand and what count?
The Wolverine's
Right hand
never
on
been
three.
knocked
Right hand
out.
on 3. Go ahead and get yourself set, sir.
He's also never won a coin
Sit
toss.
there. Give us a measure.
This is 7th
Right hand
Power
on
Slap
3.
fight,
Yeah. Give us a measure
and he's
there.
been receiving
Extra
in the
measure.
first slap
Right
every
hand
single
on
time.
3.
So he's used to this.
1, 2.
That's a great way to start a title fight.
Yes, it is.
Big swing. The Wolverine certainly fell down.
He has eaten so many ridiculously hard slaps before. This is nothing new for the champ.
You just took his best shot. Go finish him right here. Nice clean shot, Ron. Let's go, baby.
Whenever you're ready.
I love the coaching from the Butcher, Brandon Bordeaux. You just took his best shot. Let's go finish him.
Yeah. Very cathy.
Whatever's good for you.
Russell Rivero can say that he looks a little scrawny, but one thing we have seen from him at heavyweight and light heavyweight is big power.
How about that? 722 days as the Power Slap Light Heavyweight Champion.
Right on 3. Go ahead and get yourself set. You got to put your leg.
Also spin.
Thank you, sir. Right
Good
on
bit of
3.
time as the heavyweight champ as well.
Now Rivero has been knocked out. That's the difference between their records.
Right on 3. That's your measure. 1, 2.
Okay. Ate it. No problem. No problem whatsoever.
Wolverine just getting warmed up. Kind of doing a little barking.
Hey. Fucking feel that chin.
Look at his
Feel it. Feel it.
Here he comes.
Get the chocolate, let's go.
He handled it like a pro, and you gotta love the
Let's go. All the way up.
good old-fashioned shit kickers the Wolverine wears, don't you?
Every single time.
That's good, right there. Feel that beard. Feel it. Good. Hold your position. Let's get you set. Right hand on 3. Right on 3. Fighter set. Right on 3. What's your measure? His foot is out. Stop.
Rivero gets so low. He's only 5'9". They want him to bring his feet in the box a little bit. Look at that wide stance, trying to harness that power that benches over 400 pounds.
Same height as the Wolverine's wife.
2.
Again, really good slap. Massive power. No problem whatsoever for the Wolverine.
Let me ask you this question. I know it doesn't help a lot, but the beard help a little bit in terms of
ever so slightly, not to where
it makes a huge difference.
If I'm Muscle Rivera, I'm not saying, hey, he's going to get rid of that beard.
Of course.
You know. But I do believe if you wanted to get really scientific, maybe whatever kind of measurement they use, 0.000 something.
Right on three. Okay. Right on three. That's your measure. 1
force per square inch.
2.
Was that a flinch? He leaned into it, is what Jason Herzog is saying.
Yeah. He leaned into it a little bit.
So if they're calling this a flinch, that means Wolverine gets to go again.
Yeah. Only a little bit. But we all noticed it.
Yeah. He leaned right into it.
He moved. Is it flinching? Foul, flinching.
All right, free shot.
You know what to do. He can't hit that hard. You know what to do.
So no point taken from Rivero. However, Wolverine giving the option to strike again, and of course, anybody with a brain is going to take another shot.
You would have to be a fool to say no.
And then on the next one, fucking put him to sleep right on that chin, right on that button.
And as we see all the time, the guys that have really good chins.
We're looking at his hand right now.
Said he's okay.
He wouldn't even open up his hand. He just said, I'm fine. So we're moving on.
Yeah, I'm saying the guys that have got really good chins that don't get knocked out in one or whatever, we do know.
You dipped your head in, maybe more than you thought. Don't do that again, okay?
And the damage builds. It wears them down.
Good.
So inflation, this is huge for the Wolverine.
Right on
especially in a 5-round match where they're already taking 5 shots if it goes
correct.
That's your measure. 1, 2.
Oh, they're going to say he leaned into it again.
No.
Okay, no, they call it fair blow.
You're fair blow.
But it was close.
I think he's spot on. He was trying to get Russell Rivera.
You didn't even right up there.
Slapped
You
up.
didn't flinch. That's why they didn't call it. They didn't call the flinch. You didn't flinch. All right?
All right, so Herzog lets him off the hook on the
Feel
second
that chin?
one.
Take your time on the measurement, all right? Get perfect with the measurement and then start.
This is why going on one is so difficult. You get the measure, you do the wind-up, you get the measure again, right? When you go on one, you don't have the opportunity to do that.
Well, if you say go on 3, you essentially have 2 practice swings. Slow motion, but still, for placement, you got 2 practices.
2.
Oh, yeah. Good shot.
He stumbled him a little bit. Got him. But it's not a straight line.
But that was a
clubbing foul.
So that's going to cost him a point.
They're going to take another look at it. They call it a club. Here's a look. It's low, I think.
Can we lift up his...
That definitely did some damage. As I say, you can kind of see Wolverine shaking it off, feeling the effects.
So, a point deduction for Rivero.
Hey, let's go. Eat that shit again. I know. Hey, let's go. Right now you're losing. You got a foul for flinch, but that didn't take a point. It's just a clubbing that you got. You're only one on the clubbing one. So you got to eat this shit. It's a third round. He gets to hit you right now. All right?
So they're taking another look at Wolverine.
I'd rather you not get hit.
And you know, if
He clubbed, though. He clubbed.
take a look at this.
Oh, yeah. He's feeling that big time. He's a little dazed. And he's not feeling it. He's got a headache.
And here's the deal. If he can't go on,
it's a disqualification.
DQ and he wins. I mean, think
Think Aljamain Sterling and Petr Yan. It's a similar scenario.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying.
What are you saying?
I'm not saying anything.
Are you saying this man deserves an Oscar?
No, I'm just saying if he can't go, he can't go.
Are you saying this is a Paul Craig Rodolfo Bellato situation?
It's not that.
Guys,
that was egregious.
Shout out to the tractor, but listen.
But you have to, Wolverine's a smart guy, and he knows exactly what this
100%. He understands. He's very experienced. He knows that if he says, "Hold on a minute, I can't continue. I don't feel good," he wins by default.
Right.
Remains the champ by default, and does it without having to take any more damage.
Exactly.
So if you want to talk about playing the game, being a savvy, experienced veteran, being smart.
Look at him smiling right now. He's trying to decide what to do.
So right now, this is way over 2 minutes. So the officials should have called this and taken it out of the hands of Wolverine and said, "You clearly can't continue because you're hurt." So if he is hurt, they're forcing him now to have to put on a performance, for want of a better word. Rivero's calling him a pussy, saying that he's faking it.
But what are they looking at and what are they waiting for exactly? Would be my question at this point, because the 2 minutes of recovery time is up. Jason Herzog is talking to somebody. Looks like he's talking to the commission. This is pretty cut and dry in my eyes. I'm curious as to what is...
Well, let's see what they say.
So it looks like the doctors have told him that he can't continue. And they were trying to hash that out. Rivero not happy with the decision.
Throwing Aljamain Sterling under a bus. Wow. I'm joking.
Scenario.
He knows. He's got a sense of humor.
But
yeah, listen,
it's really not Wolverine's fault.
It's not Wolverine's fault, and Russell Rivero obviously very annoyed with the situation. However, the rules are there for a reason. The consequences are massive. Two fouls in a regular match, it's a disqualification. And if you cause a fight or a match to end because of a foul, it's a disqualification.
And now for the official decision, brought to you by VeChain, the crypto token partner of Power Slap. Let's get this all sorted and make it official with Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jason Herzog calls a stop to the match in round number 3, declaring the winner by disqualification due to recommendation of doctors due to the foul, and still Power Slap Light Heavyweight Champion of the World, Ron Wolverine Beta.
I'm here with the winner and still the light heavyweight champion, Wolverine. Can you take us through exactly what was going on and why you felt that you might not have been able to continue?
I felt rocked. I didn't know if it was a club or not. I mean, Russell, hardest hitter in our light heavyweight division by far. I guess they ended up calling it, so.
Were you feeling okay? Like, did you have a headache or anything like that? Like, was there any symptoms you were experiencing?
I mean, I feel rocked, but I don't know whether, I haven't watched the hit itself, so.
Okay, well, Russell had some choice words for you. I'm not sure if you caught wind. A baby would kind of sum it all up in one word. How do you react to him feeling that way about you right now?
To be honest with you, I didn't even hear what he called me. I'm sure we'll talk back there in the back, so.
Okay, well, you've been the champion for nearly 2 years now, still at the top of the mountain in the light heavyweight division, coming out of retirement, and, you know, for good reason, because you're still the champion. What would you like to happen next?
You know, I mean, I feel bad. I'd like to go against Russell again. I mean, if it was a club, then, you know, I mean, that could have been on me, could have been on him. So I'd like to probably do that again. I mean, it's nothing against him, so other than that, we'll see where they go.
All right, so you want a rematch?
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still the light heavyweight champion, Wolverine.
As laid back as they come, that post-fight interview brought to you by 10X Health. Feel the power of precision with 10X Health. Go to 10xhealthsystem.com. Wolverine defends the title once again. Not how he would have liked, but he maintains it.
You know what, I will say this. This is a guy that's been in there with some of the biggest hitters at heavyweight and light heavyweight, and we've seen him take many, many shots. He's not the type of guy, you know, to chicken out, for want of a better expression. And listen, you do get dazed. Some people get knocked out, so that's fair enough. And Russell Rivero did foul him. It was an illegal blow. It wasn't his fault. It's a shame that it had to end like that, but not his fault.
And it was a doctor's decision. That was not a Wolverine decision, by the way. A star-studded affair here at the Fontainebleau, Las Vegas. Cheryl Hines is in the building. UFC fighters are everywhere. Here's featherweight contender Josh Emmett. And how about this? Heavyweight champion, undisputed heavyweight champion Tom Aspinall is here. This guy could be fighting for a title in the near future. Patty Pimblett here as well. And we know what's coming up. Dumpling is in the house. These locker room shots brought to you by Wolfpack.com. Offers customizable bags and backpacks for those who are making their mark. Shop now at Wolfpack.com. Our super heavyweight title bout is almost here, and Dumpling is ready to let those big old Russian hands go to work. Undefeated in Power Slap, the social media sensation, setting new records seemingly every time he steps out, trying to defend his Power Slap strap one more time. While the Hawaiian Hitman is aiming to avenge the Russians' victory over his big brother in January and become the second Viernes brother to wrap the super heavyweight belt around his super size waist. It's time to release the secret code for Dana's VIP New Orleans sweepstakes. The secret code? Dumpling. Enter that code at powerslap.com/sweepstakes to earn 25 entries and to increase your chance at winning a VIP trip to New Orleans for UFC 318 and Power Slap 14. Once again, the code is Dumpling. Good luck. V-Chain Power Slap 13, Dumpling versus the Hawaiian Hitman is presented by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. A couple of absolute monsters coming up in our main event. Super heavyweight title fight is almost here. And with that, our table rises for the last time this evening. Dumpling, the reigning champion, a -280 favorite over the Hawaiian Hitman. After settling his business with the Crazy Hawaiian in 2 epic 5-round battles, super heavyweight champion Dumpling now turns his sights to the brother of his rival, the Hawaiian Hitman.
Don't judge a book by its cover. 5'9" and close to 400 pounds.
He was 11-0. He'd beaten everybody. Then you go out there and you go to a draw and you think, hold on a minute, have I met my match?
Мой второй поединок с сумасшедшим гавайцем проходил уже маленечко по другому сценарию.
Dumpling was not phased.
После первого удара было понятно, что что-то у него пошло не так. С каждым раундом он все слабее и слабее бил. После третьего удара гавайец маленечко так.
Oh, he got him on that one.
Yeah.
Раз его маленечко тряхануло, так неплохо, как бы, ну, вообще без вариантов для него вообще второй поединок. Мечтал, ну, с последнего момента, когда подписал контракт с Power Slab, завоевать пояс. Вот я его завоевал, и сейчас его надо цель как можно подольше его подержать.
планах отдавать нету, как бы, и будем выходить со всеми биться.
The Hawaiian Hitman, Dane Viernes, the little brother of the crazy Hawaiian. He had that viral knockout of Slap for Cash. Oh, that's it! That is over!
The power that he has, just like his older brother.
Slapped to sleep.
He wants to replicate that.
It's a big opportunity to even have a chance to go and get this belt. I learned a lot from the matches my brother went through to the Dumpling, that he is still human. He can still get rocked. I will knock this guy out with one slap.
That's it.
This is the biggest, the baddest of the opportunities that I would have in my lifetime. I am coming back with a vengeance for my brother. It's a big statement I have to make, and that's what I'm here to do.
He got him! Wow!
Пояс останется в России. В общем, еду в Вегас, чтобы победить Хитмана и защитить титул.
My brother been eating dumplings, but it's my turn. I'm gonna knock him out, and that's my main goal, to hear and new.
The Hawaiian Hitman, 32 years old, been living in Vegas for a while now, and he has a massive support system, 8 to 10 family members, including his big brother, the crazy Hawaiian, the former super heavyweight champ, all going to be here supporting him tonight. He said, seeing what Dumpling did to my brother, it built a fire inside. I wasn't sure I was going to get this title fight. I thought it might be somebody else. I'm glad to go against this legend. A lot of respect these two have for each other.
Well, we bumped into his family earlier. We went out for a little snack. They were all downstairs making a lot of noise. Very, very excited about this opportunity. Of course, he's looking for revenge for his brother. And he said, when I look at the Dumpling, I can see that he's been working out, that he's taking this more seriously. So, of course, that's what he's been doing as well. He's been turning what he calls the fat into muscle, walking in here around 374 pounds. We know the man's got knockout power. We know he knocked out Slap for Cash, knocked out Dennis Villeneuve in devastating fashion in the second round. And of course, there he is with his family right now, on the verge of avenging his brother and realizing a dream of his own and becoming the super heavyweight champ, and doing it by beating Dumpling. There's no better person to take the belt off than that.
Especially after that's the man that took the title from your brother. He's been working out. The walkout song you're listening to right now is the Lord's Prayer, the Hawaiian version, blending into the Hawaiian Hitman. He said his takeaways from when his brother competed against Dumpling is he doesn't have a big neck, so Dumpling really shrinks the target area. He doesn't want him to tuck his chin like he's done in the past. And as you mentioned, he did notice that Dumpling has been working out a little bit and gotten bigger. This is going to be a major challenge and a huge step in his career if he can assume the super heavyweight title.
And just when you touch this guy, you can feel the extra muscle in his shoulders and on his traps. You can tell he's been taking this seriously. And talk about fired up. I mean, obviously, you always respect and look up to your brothers. And to see him stand there and go toe-to-toe twice with this man means that you have a built-in respect for your opponent, because the Hawaiian Hitman, the crazy Hawaiian, pardon me, was a gigantic human being, a force of nature, and he wasn't able to stumble the Dumpling. So he knows he had his work cut out for him. So that's why he's really pushed it to the absolute limit.
He started his career with a viral knockout of Slap for Cash. He's coming in off a second-round knockout of Dennis Villeneuve.
Dumpling. He has been a viral sensation before Power Slap, and the legend continues to grow. He's coming in with a 2-0-1 record. He's also defending his title for the very first time. We've talked about his story before. A pig farmer in Siberia, Russia, gets up in the morning, feeds the pigs, has breakfast, trains a bit on the heavy bag, goes back to the farm and continues to work. And we found out just this time that he actually splits his time with his family between the city and the farm. So it's not all farm, has a little city life too, dropping the kids off at school.
Yeah, well, he's turning into a bit of a superstar. You know, he's getting recognized everywhere he goes now. People are proud of him that he's representing their country on an international stage, going out to America, beating Americans on their soil, and just being the champion, and as I said, representing their country. So he's grown into the champion, as we saw earlier. He's rocking up in custom suits. You know, he's a very humble guy, works on a pig farm in Siberia. He never used to train. Now lifting weights, losing weight, maintaining strength, improving his technique as well. He talked about the last 2 matches that he had with the Crazy Hawaiian, that he made some mistakes through that, so he's tweaked his technique. He's kind of corrected some strategic errors that he said that he made, but he's not here to put on a show. He said he's here to win, represent his country, and remain the champion.
He said for a little while the interest waned in Russia, and then he said all of a sudden, once he started getting into Power Slap, he was on TV more. People were seeing him more, and the champion did win the toss, so he will be striking first. And look at that face. Now with the shaved head, he is all business. The Tale of the Tape is brought to you by Estrella Jalisco, an authentic cerveza dorado and the official beer of Power Slap. Dumpling, 3 years older, and you can see a significant height advantage for the Hawaiian Hitman, as well as a reach and hand size advantage as well. But the Hawaiian Hitman coming in as the plus 200 dog to the champion. This is the main event. Here's Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Chairman Dallas Hahn and Executive Director Jeff Mullen. Our judges stateside are Mike Bell, Tim Cheatham, and Sal D'Amato. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fontainebleau, Las Vegas. This is V-Chain Power Slap 13. Dumpling versus the Hawaiian Hitman. Presented by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast. Live and free across the globe on YouTube. This match is 5 rounds, all for the Power Slap Super Heavyweight Championship of the World. Presented by Fontainebleau, Las Vegas. Introducing to you first in the blue corner. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 367.5 pounds. Out of Las Vegas, Nevada, he is a number 3 ranked super heavyweight contender in the world. The Hawaiian Hitman. And in the red corner, he stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 387 pounds. Out of Inlansky, Russia, he is the undisputed Power Slap Super Heavyweight Champion of the world, When the action begins, your referee in charge, Mark Smith. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Dumpling.
Have you seen that look in Dumpling before?
He is here for business.
Yes, he is.
Look at the size of him. I mean, yeah, he's not the tallest, but the width of the man. The width of both of them. Who are we kidding?
149 days is the Power Slap Super Heavyweight Champion.
Right on 3. Right on 3. He must measure.
Here comes the measure for Dumpling, who will go on 3.
That's a measure. 1.
All right, get ready.
2.
Ain't no thing. Hawaiian Hitman takes it, no problem. Gets in his face. Talks a little smack.
I mean, it was a solid hit, but I don't know if the Hitman even felt it. I mean, look at that. I mean, that neck.
It looks like it did some damage, but
look, he's slapped. No points. Slap. It was a good strike.
Hey. Whoa. Be careful with this one. Hey. So watching that shit, take your time and measure. He likes to tuck his chin, so make sure you get your hands shoulders and make it look flat for them, okay?
No shoulders.
I mean, this is often the case that we see with the super heavyweights, with the elite guys. It often goes later into the rounds because they are so big. They have such gigantic heads and necks. They can take a shot.
Right one.
So much meat to absorb the blow. Great coaching by Quinones. He said you gotta have a clean shot here.
So he's gonna go right on one.
That's your measure.
Look at the size of the hand.
Dumpling serving.
Yeah. He was doing that last time to his brother.
Yes, it's okay. It's okay. That's right. Good.
Let's have a look at this. This didn't look like the cleanest blow. That would,
Yeah, you could easily call that a club. Not that I'm advocating for any.
No, of course,
but drive all the way through his head.
That was high.
definitely a little clubby.
Yeah, I would say so. Lucky he got
So
it.
because of that, I'll give Dumpling the first round. Not much in it though. Neither man hurt. No one got stumbled. No one had a problem. Both men just more fired up now.
Okay.
Gonna go right on 3.
Right on 3. You must measure.
Dumpling keeps his feet so firmly planted.
Oh, that was better.
It was better, but it still wasn't great. You really come at the Hawaiian Hitman hard,
but not good enough.
Remember, look at me. Hold on. Hey. Yeah, remember.
Look at his feet.
Get your measure and take the
Heels barely even.
They don't move at all.
I almost would like to see a little heel.
I was just going to say, brother, accentuate the swing. Give it a little bit.
Push his fucking head through. Fucking out. Too soft.
Deep here. I want him back here. Yep, you're good. Hey. Here we go. Let's go. Eat it again. You got it.
Let's see if the Hawaiian Hitman can put a little juice on one of these slaps.
Well, one thing that we've never seen, I think I'm correct in saying this, is the Dumpling stumbled, wobbled, hurt,
really.
even in any kind of trouble.
Right on 1. Right on 1. Right on 1.
Right on 1, I don't like it, but let's see.
That's your measure.
Shaking the head. That was good.
Did he get him in the eye a little bit? Oh, Dumpling doesn't like to call it a good slap.
He did not like that.
Looks like he clipped him in the eye a little bit.
Let's have a look. Might have been a little high.
I don't know, hard to tell at full speed.
Time.
Yeah, a little high.
That was a borderline nose breaker. That's like what we saw earlier. The fingers scraped the eye. He contacted the nose at the beginning of the slap too.
That's a bit of a leaky dumpling.
It is.
We had some good dumplings earlier.
We did.
What's it called? Washed potato and the fountain blue?
Washing potato.
Washing potato. Wow.
It's an old Chinese proverb about
monkeys washing potatoes. I heard the name of it. I thought it's terrible. We went in, one of the best meals.
Delicious.
I've had.
And by the way, thanks for dinner tonight. That was very nice of you.
I noticed that a theme with you.
What's that?
You often forget your wallet.
That's bullshit.
It's true. I have never been out to dinner and you've had your wallet on you. It's so true. I'll pay for dinner if I'm wrong.
Hold your position. Right on 3.
All right, here we go.
All right, he must measure. Right on 3.
You got it all tied up?
All right, here we go.
1, 3.
2.
Oh, that was good.
It was good, but the chin on the hip is better.
See, this is the thing, Gabby. It was just like the match.
Hey, when you go down, now go down.
It's just like the match between the Dumpling and the Crazy Hawaiian. They're so evenly matched. They can. It's almost impossible to hurt one another. It's not pleasant. They feel it.
Too strong.
And I hate to say this, but the key with as close as this is, you can ill afford any type of penalty.
Correct.
You got to have clean.
Yes. Yeah.
We got time.
Every strike has to be clean.
You got nothing. Fuck it. Hey, now, you bring it down. Now bring it down, and let's go. Go get that shit. Go. Get in the box. Let's go. Get in the box. Get in the box. Recover.
Hitman's feeling himself a little bit right now. He's 1-on-1 again.
Right on 1. You must measure. Right on 1. That's your measure.
That's a shaky Dumpling. Oh, he leaned into that one. Yeah, and that's a foul. Clubbing. Wow.
I hate to call myself a soothsayer or a prognosticator,
A cheap or a truth sayer.
but that's huge.
Yeah, obvious club. No doubts about it.
Now remember, part of the game plan for the Hawaiian Hitman was if he didn't drop him early on, he was going to move from his right to his left. We haven't seen that yet. I wonder if after this foul he decides to switch it up. We don't.
I would not advise that. Your left or right hand is dominant for a reason. You have better technique, better accuracy, more power. That's why it's the dominant side. Don't do it. Unless it's hurt. So here, I want you right here. 29-27 to the Dumpling.
The penalty looms large.
It'd be a lot closer, 29-28 without the point deduction. 2 rounds left.
I'm looking in the corner of the Hawaiian Hitman and his brother, the Crazy Hawaiian's there. He is a shell of himself. He's lost like 200 pounds. Gonna eventually be fighting at heavyweight. He could make that weight easily right now.
The way he's going, he's going to be fighting at 155.
Right on 3, you must measure.
A good gust of wind could blow him away.
Right on 3. You must measure.
All right, never been knocked down. Dumpling trying to get more torque into this shot. He has yet to fade the Hawaiian Hitman.
1.
Nice rotation.
2. Good slap.
Dumpling's frustrated.
Yeah,
well, what do I have to do?
Well, that's it precisely, and that's just what I was thinking. What does anyone have to do? I mean, what does it take to knock out one of these men? We know that both of these guys have knockout power. When they've been up against other people, they have put them to sleep. But these guys just stand there and just crack one another over and over again, and seemingly no damage.
Get that fucking measure right, so you know you're not going to go deep. You have to step back a little because you're going to throw it. Remember, take a step back, all right? Right here, right now.
Again, Isaiah Quinones really hammering home. Take that measure, back off a little bit, make sure you don't foul.
Recover. count.
Left on one.
All right, he's switching. Left.
Oh, he's got, there it is.
Left on one.
It's like I know what I'm talking about. For the love of God, Bisping, give me some credit.
A broken clock.
Oh, here we go.
Is right twice a day.
Well, I've already been right twice, so let's go.
Okay, switching to the left. Let's see. You never know. Worth a try.
Oh, it might have been a little high.
Good slap.
Oh, good slap. Dumpling's not happy.
He's flustered. He's frustrated.
Watch the replay.
He's touching his ear. I think on the replay it's going to show that this was high.
I love how every time the dumpling just goes immediately to the monitor to watch it back. He's like, hold on, let me see about this, brother.
I think you're talking close to me, but
that looked like a club.
But tell him they're trying to say he's
I think they're going to take a look
a little
at
bit. It's okay. We're going to round 5. Land another good clean shot. Let's go. Let's go. Yep. Let's go. Get in there. Go get him.
Let's go.
Dumpling is so frustrated. He almost looks defeated right now.
Hand to count. All right, again, right on 3, he must measure.
All right, final round.
Right on 3.
It's a very close match.
Very.
I gave the last round to the Hawaiian Hitman. 38-37, 1 point in it in the final round. Last swing from the dumpling.
Good slap.
If you're right on round 4, we could be going to extra innings, so to speak.
If the Hawaiian Hitman can even the score. Oh, that wasn't the best shot. A little short.
Kind of a grazer.
If the Hitman can come back in style here, finish strong, maybe he can steal a draw. Then we go to overtime.
We need a little extra cotton in the ear.
I had an extra one, yeah. I had an extra one. I'll take that, though. Yeah. Look, last slap. Round 5. Right? Take that step back and fucking put him away. Go. Put him away.
Dumpling firing up the crowd. The Hawaiian Hitman needs a big shot. His brother looking on. Got into a bit of a motorcycle accident, recovering from a leg injury as the crazy Hawaiian.
All right, last lap, hand count.
Left on one.
He's going left again. Left on 1. Best measure. That's your measure.
Using the left again. Second round in a row after the first 3 rounds with the right.
Good slap.
Looked like
A good slap. I mean, you can see the mark to the side of the eye. But
I think we might be looking at another round. This was pretty darn close.
this could be going to overtime. That was a good slap. I mean, in slow-mo, it always looks ridiculously painful.
So that's not a foul.
I'd be surprised if this didn't end in a draw.
The fingers hit somewhere else. That's not a foul.
You'd be surprised if it does or doesn't.
If it didn't. And just think, if it does go to a draw, it would have been a win for the Hawaiian Hitman.
He likes to do more.
If it wasn't for the penalty, and that's what you have right here.
Yeah, so there you go. I mean, 3 rounds to 2 for the Hitman, but he had the point deducted. Without that, he would have won the fight, but if you ask me, it's a draw.
Is that it?
Well,
is that it?
Dana's walking up there with the belt.
So looks like somebody's won.
Appears that we do have a winner. Not sure who that is yet, so the drama builds.
Oh.
Is it the Hawaiian Hitman avenging the loss that his brother had when he fell to Dumpling in their last fight? Or does Dumpling defend his title for the first time? This is about what we expected, a back-and-forth affair. Neither men really rocked or knocked down. About as even as you get at super heavyweight.
About as even as you can get. Two gigantic guys, almost physically identical, big, strong, can take good shots, massive power.
And now for the official decision, brought to you by VeChain, the crypto token partner of Power Slap. Justin Bernard making everything official.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 48-46, 48-46, and 47-47 for the winner by majority decision and new Power Slap Super Heavyweight Champion of the world, the Hawaiian Hitman.
I'm here with the winner of the Hawaiian Hitman. Your coach just tried to pick you up. A lot of people are very excited to not just see you dethrone the champ, but also a legend in slap fighting. How are you feeling right now?
It's just unreal feeling, and I'm glad I get to share the stage with one of the best of the best. So he's a legend, but now I'm taking out this guy, sending him home, no empty-handed, with both sides of his face gone.
I saw a lot of people watching with bated breath. A lot of people weren't sure exactly which way the decision was going to go. Did you feel confident you had done enough to get the victory?
No, not really, but none of me, all the Lord, Jesus Christ, he's the one that made me here this timing and stand here victorious, even though we went all 5 rounds. I was hoping just for a knockout.
Well, here you are, championship gold belonging to you. So, to Hawaiian Hitman, what's your first move as the new super heavyweight champion?
Man, my first move is celebrate with family. Let's go. And I'm calling out whoever, anybody, come. Yeah,
the real champ is my mom, right there. In the car, that's the real champ. We love you, mom. That's for you. 2 world champs. This belt coming on to you. Love you, mom.
It is truly a family affair. Congratulations to you. And now I'm here with Dumpling. Dumpling, I know this is a massive disappointment. You've been working extremely hard, coming in ultra confident. How do you feel in these first few moments, having recognized defeat, and where do you go from here?
Я требую незаменительный реванш, потому что он везде меня ударил, кроме по щеке. Ухо, нос разбил. Я вообще ничего не понимаю.
All I can do is just request an immediate rematch because he's hit me every which way, just not on my cheek. Both ears, my nose is bleeding. It just never hit me clean, so I want a rematch now.
У него нет ни одного честного, нормального пощечины. Хуй пойми, что бил.
There's not one clean slap. I have no idea what he was doing, but that wasn't slap.
Well, we have no doubt you're going to return stronger than ever. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for your new super heavyweight champion, the Hawaiian Hitman.
The biggest win of his career results in a super heavyweight title. The Hawaiian Hitman now joins his brother. What a night. That post-fight interview brought to you by 10X. Feel the power of precision with 10X Health. Go to 10xhealthsystem.com. All in the family as we take a look at the current Power Slap champs. We have a new one at super heavyweight. It's the Hawaiian Hitman. Damian DeBell, been around for a long time, as has Wolverine, who defended tonight. Brandon Bordeaux, one of the coaches, going to fight in New Orleans. Anthony Blackburn defends his title. And Robert Trujillo was in the house tonight as well.
One of the funniest things I've ever seen is Isaiah Quinones trying to pick up.
Official tequila partner of Power Slap. Gorilla Elixir, the official alternative beverage of Power Slap. Vegas Auto Gallery. Discover the art of refined performance at Vegas Auto Gallery, where excellence meets the road. 500 Casino, the world's best crypto casino. Play smart, hit hard. And by Power Slap Shop. Purchase official Power Slap apparel and merch at shop.powerslap.com. A Fanatics experience.
Here's what's on tap for Power Slap. Power Slap 14 coming to you Friday, July 18th from New Orleans, and then back here in Las Vegas for Power Slap 15 Friday, October 3rd. We are rolling, we are growing, and Power Slap is here to stay. A new super heavyweight champion. We had some new faces debuting tonight, but it was about the old guard. It was about the guys who had been here from the beginning. Pono Pao making a statement early, getting the knockout that he talked about, that he had worked so hard for, and putting on a little show afterwards. Aziel Rodriguez and Anthony Blackburn, and babyface Blackburn said he had needed a little confidence boost, a little pick-me-up. Things hadn't been going great in the Motor City in Detroit, and that's exactly what he found. Max Crosby in the house, and this is one of the fights that he came to see. Russell Rivero and Wolverine ended up in a disqualification, doctor stoppage. Wolverine hangs on to the title, and then the super heavyweights go to the Power Slap table, and Dumpling is dethroned by the Hawaiian Hitman. New champions! Former champions hold on to the belt. What a night it was. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you in New Orleans.